Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sex and Suicide Podcast. We are here for Mental Health and Motivational Monday. Special guest with us tonight, Ryan Lynch.
He is special.
You are a very special guest.
What's up, boys?
And we have our new, as I said before, the fixture in this chair, Brandon Ferris, joining us as a co-host.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So how do you two know each other? Let's start off that way.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Ooh, Tim Hepburn.
Yeah, Tim Hepburn. High five, Tim Hepburn. She's MIA.
I don't know who Tim Hepburn is, but we didn't do the high five to begin with. We always start this way with a big high five. So it's always pathetic.
We don't know why. It's the worst high five I've ever done. But
it starts off nice.
Being pathetic makes it more effective for some reason.
So
it's dramatic, for sure.
I do pathetic real well.
So we met each other through
Me too.
a mutual friend of ours named Tim Hepburn, who I met through work, and actually became a really good friend of mine.
Okay.
And then...
just like the guy outside, by the way. I noticed you made a friend on the patio already.
You had the same dog
Yeah.
he has.
he had the same dog.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I asked him questions. He's a puppy. He's a really cute puppy. And
He
asked
was.
him
I saw that. I was
was-
like, this guy's making
he
a
was-
fucking friend off the balcony.
Oh,
right
he was
now.
he was asking him questions so that he could tell him what to do with his dog.
If I can't make friends, what am I doing? True. Right?
True.
So, and I'm a salesman.
That's true.
So-
No, the salesman should have come before the podcast because that's where your
No.
career is.
Not,
but-
not anymore. Maybe not anymore.
Maybe not
actually.
anymore. Okay.
So
We're working on
we
it.
met a long time ago. I would say probably close to 10 years.
Oh,
I'd say.
easy, yeah.
Really?
Easy, 10 years, yeah.
Wow.
And then we've met through a million other people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was the first
After
thing
that,
comes to
but
mind,
yeah.
Parties, bars, London, Ontario.
Yeah. And it's always been pleasant.
Yeah.
He's always been he's one of those guys that you see around and you're like, oh, Ryan's here. It's good. It's happy.
Yeah,
It's happy.
you and I hit it off right away when we
Yeah. How you not get
in
off
a
this
straight
way?
in the straight way, in the straight
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. Now there's anything wrong with that.
Tell us
No.
about kisses.
But yeah, man, you had a really good we had a great conversation when we met, and we ended up hanging out that whole night. Really,
The whole night. Yeah, we did the day thing right into the night. Yeah.
This is 2 years ago.
2 years.
2 years
Yeah.
ago, because I remember I was drinking then.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you were.
that was a crazy.
That's-
start.
Yeah, you were
it was.
drinking. Yeah.
It's no longer available.
For sure.
Yeah.
Tonight I'm doing my my flavored water here.
That Sean
Nice.
is dead.
That Sean is.
That Sean is dead.
That Sean is. Yeah. He's a
gone.
ghost.
He's
He's a
gone.
ghost.
Okay. That's why you're haunts. That's why
Well,
you're
you're doing it for me, so that's okay.
doubled up.
Yeah, boy, you have to.
I have to. I might have to now.
Yeah.
We'll talk.
So Ryan, tell me about the Ryan Lynch story, man. I know you're a musician. I know you've had some big things happening this last little while. I see the pictures and everything. How did that start? Tell me about it.
Oh, it started when I was really young, man. My dad's a musician. He was born in Dublin, Ireland, and he came here when he was 21 years old.
Yeah.
with a
Young
bunch
lad.
of guys in a band called the Dublin Corporation.
Okay, that's
And
cool.
the
That's actually a cool name.
Yeah, and it was just a bunch of guys that were they were playing for chart-topping hit artists in Ireland. So they were touring the countryside, playing 3 gigs a day almost.
Wow.
They were going nuts. But all the Civil War, the IRA stuff was going on.
Right.
And they finally they were playing a gig in Dublin, and a roadside bomb went off.
Really?
I think he said it was a couple streets down.
Oh, fuck.
Well, even a couple streets down, all the windows where they were playing shattered.
Wow.
Everybody hit the deck. And they thought they'd be tough guys, and they stuck it out, and they stayed.
So they played through it?
Yeah. They played through
Wow,
it. It was
savages.
Savages. They
Yeah,
were mental.
man, that's
Irish
cool.
boys.
Irish
Irish boys,
boys,
right? And that was it for them. That was legit it for them. And
Really?
they decided, you know what? Let's pick up. We hear Canada's cool. Let's move to Canada. So 9 of them came in a band. Actually, one of them was Mike O'Brien. He was
No way.
Yeah, he's the owner of Molly Blooms
used to
here in
bounce at
London.
Molly's.
Yeah,
No
man.
kidding.
Bounce 'em boys. I know
Yeah,
Mike.
so
Yeah.
he's a big old family friend of ours.
Wow.
And they came down together to London, Ontario.
No shit.
That's a
Out
cool
of all
story.
places, yeah. So that's where I got my start. Just there was guitars in my house all the time.
Right.
As soon as I knew what
cool,
was
man. I
up,
didn't know that.
yeah.
I used to watch, Much Music and see all these music videos and think that's so cool. Watching my dad play.
Yeah.
The Irish culture, they'll take you to the pubs. And,
Yep.
so my whole life was built around pubs and music and all
Right.
that type of stuff, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just one of those things. I used to pick up the guitar in my living room, and there's a big mirror on top of just above our couch.
Right.
And I used to just bounce on that couch and
Pretend to play.
just fucking
Yeah.
slay.
Yeah.
Just pretend to play, right?
That's so
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
And that's where I got my start. That's legit where I got my start.
So how old were you at that time?
Oh, I was
Baby.
8, 9,
8,
years
9.
old.
Wow. So this is like in your blood, man. It runs through your veins.
It does for sure.
Totally.
It does for sure.
And that makes a lot more sense now because it's known that the band, the house band for forever was Mike O'Brien.
Mike O'Brien band
at Molly Bloom's.
Bloom's, yeah.
And they're known for being incredible. And now that makes a whole lot of sense.
Oh yeah,
I didn't even know.
That's a legit dude there, Mike O'Brien.
It makes complete sense that usually the times I saw him and met him back in the day was at fucking Molly Blues.
Yeah.
So that makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah, I used to love it. I always support the guys, you know? And Mike had a place over on Notre Dame here in London called O'Brien's. And that was a huge
Commissioners in Pawn Mills.
Absolutely, yeah.
My
that
mom
was the
used to
second
serve
place.
there.
Wow,
I grew up in Pawn Mills, and my mom, for an extra job, single mom, he became a server at O'Brien's in Pawn Mills.
She knows my dad 100.
I guarantee it.
There's no possible way she doesn't.
Are we brothers?
Sorry, Mom.
So I'm just kidding. So what happened was, I went into Molly Bloom's later on in life, and I talked to Mike. And I'm like, Mike, and I said, do you remember Marie? He goes, holy fuck.
Of course he does.
I said, you Marie's son? I go, yeah. He goes, do you want to work here?
That's amazing.
I go, what? He goes, you want to bounce? I go, yeah. So that's how I got the job at Molly's.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There's
That's
our connection.
There's
our real connection.
Very cool.
That is cool.
So, when did you decide to start a band? How old were you when you first got into your first band?
Man, I was in grade 8, so I would have been, 13?
13, 14
I would have
years
been
old?
13 years
Yeah.
old probably when I
No
first
kidding.
started. I just think I'm not talking
Yeah.
close enough.
There we go.
There we go.
fucking
I should
musician
know
is
this.
just
I know.
talking close enough.
I've been on radio enough. I should know you got to get up close.
That
to
a
these
boy.
things.
Yeah.
It must have been 13, 14 years old.
Wow.
And it was a band called The Ostrich Situation.
The Ostrich
The
Situation.
Ostrich Situation. It was a quirky name my buddy Stephen Hotchkiss made up.
Is it bringing back memories? That's why you're crying?
Big time. Yeah, no. I have allergies.
I know.
Fair
That's what
enough.
earlier.
All day.
Yeah.
The coldest day of the summer.
You-
And
you're
literally
on the
my
right podcast for tears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so what
let it
I've
all,
seen. Yeah.
let it
I
all
know,
out.
I
People
know.
are used to the emotion.
Oh, I've
here.
just been wiping it. I was talking to him about Jack Astor's about like some pretty cool stuff, and I'm just crying
Yeah.
the whole
The
time.
whole time.
I think it was
You got a
because
beer?
that pint wasn't working out. The CO2 was gone at Jack Astor's.
For the guests that know, me and I met Ryan at Jack Astor's before the podcast, just to chill and have a pint. And we ordered a pint, and nothing came. We're like, what the fuck?
Bring
And we watched
water.
them scrambling around. I think the CO2. I think something
I
happened
think
with
that was
the
it,
tubes.
yeah.
They didn't clean the tubes early enough or whatever, but they couldn't give us a pint, so we had to order bottles. And he's wiping his eyes.
Yeah,
Looks
he's
like
crying.
for the pint. 'cause he
Oh,
can't
crying the
I really wanted a draft
Crying
beer.
the
bloody,
blues.
bloody drink. I didn't get
Oh,
it.
it's so bubbly, you know. It's not the same out of a bottle.
It's fun.
So how far did you take the Ostrich Situation? How long did that last?
Oh man, that was a couple years actually.
Yeah.
It was.
What type of music?
This is really funny.
Yeah.
We were a cover band / we wrote a few songs.
Right.
What
At
band
that
did you
age.
cover? Who'd you cover?
Who we cover? Oh God, we covered Green Day.
Oh, so you just played
90s?
covers.
Yeah, we
okay,
played
so 90s.
all
Yeah,
90s
cool.
stuff.
Awesome.
We did a lot of Green Day. We did a lot of Offspring.
generation.
A lot of
Yeah.
Offspring.
Good band.
A lot of great music. A lot of Nirvana. You know, all the
Yeah.
stuff we kind of grew
How
up
were you?
on.
with?
How were you as a
Yeah.
band?
We were terrible.
That's an
we
honest
were,
musician
but
right
we
there.
were
You
getting
gotta start
gigs.
somewhere.
But we
Yeah.
were legit getting gigs. Like we were playing school dances around.
Oh, nice.
Around the area.
First
and we
makeup
were.
session from the
Yeah,
band.
we were.
There you go.
But the funny thing was, to this day, I haven't been in a band that's had a set list longer than my first band.
Really?
We could play for 3-4 hours.
Wow.
No problem.
That's cool.
And I was actually the lead singer before.
What?
And I think my voice changed around 14, 15.
It's
I
usually
don't know.
when you're
Yeah.
puberty, right?
And then it was all downhill. Now I got this.
So
I had this
Staley to Chris
whiskey.
Cornell.
Oh, as soon as my voice changed, I was game over.
Yeah.
No singing.
Yeah.
I need to figure out a way to. Now something's in your eye. Now. Yeah.
Now you're crying too.
Yeah.
Fuck, am I going
Here
to start
we
next
go.
year cutting onions?
Yeah.
But that's familiar to me as well. Is the puberty voice change that fucks your singing voice? Because I was
dude.
really good as a kid, and now I can't
What?
sing for shit.
Yeah,
You were
yeah.
a singer?
Not like
Shower
the
singer? Shower singer.
not choir. I guess school choir and
Yeah,
plays
okay.
and stuff.
Okay,
nice.
I did sign as artsy as it got for Masonville Public School. I
Yeah,
did
yeah.
it all right.
Oh,
you're
good
a
for you,
Masonville
yeah.
kid.
Yeah,
All right.
and it was
I'm a Masonville kid now.
Oh, you are not me. I was Paul Mills.
yeah.
Paul Mills, buddy. Paul Mills struggle.
Yeah, so we hated each other.
Paul Mills
struggle.
struggle, buddy.
But yeah, man, it's never worked out since. I've never been able to get any kind of vocal.
Yeah.
Ask you a question.
Capability
Actually. So when
sense.
you hit puberty, this is a weird question, but I'm going off topic.
That's okay. We talk about puberty here.
All the time.
Everywhere.
That's what I do. So when you
This is
hit
the first time, I think.
well, it won't be the last now.
No.
Okay, so when you hit puberty, did your voice change like that, Or was
No, it was gradual, which
So was
sucked.
mine.
Mine was gradual. Yeah.
I think I would
I
have
hit like
done.
a 17.
I would have done.
But I'm a monster now.
That's all right. I
You know,
was like 15 or
everybody,
16.
everybody has their own path and their own.
Thanks.
Genetics.
17. Thanks for reassuring me,
Genetics.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own story. Okay.
I hit puberty when I was 25.
34 years old.
Oh,
I'm still waiting for that second growth spurt.
Yeah, seriously.
Can you
Below
imagine
the
that?
belt especially would be nice.
Wait, for you or me?
All of us.
I'm
why
fine.
not?
Yeah.
So you're with the ostrich situation for a couple years.
Ostrich.
Yeah, ostrich.
You said ostrich.
Ostrich, whatever.
Yeah, it's
Ostrich.
it's both.
It's both.
It's whatever you want it to be.
It's similar.
Yeah.
And so you're with that band. You keep going into high school, I guess.
Yeah, we go into high school.
Are you getting all the girls, or what's going on?
Look at him.
Getting all the girls.
Yeah.
man. Yeah. That's another topic.
Oh, yeah.
He's a humble gentleman
That
over
a
Yeah,
here.
that's
Attaboy.
another topic. But
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, they just seem to they like the music stuff.
Of course.
You know? They
Of
love
course,
the music
right? Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
So did you ever have any idea, other than music, of anything else you wanted to do, or was it always that's it for you?
No, it wasn't. My mom was kind of the kicker for the other stuff. She made me go to school, get
the
into
grades.
business, get the grades, be a well-rounded dude.
Yeah.
is what she
important.
wanted.
Yeah.
She knew I had the music in me, and even though my dad was a player, he wasn't a writer,
Right.
but he was just so passionate about it, and she loved that. That was the one thing that attracted her to him the most, right? Was his drive and his ability to entertain, right? It was a
Right.
super cool thing. And yeah, no, she always pushed me to gotta go to college, gotta do this, gotta do that. You can do music too.
Yeah.
There's 24 hours in a day. Get it done, man.
Right. Right.
And that really,
advice.
yeah, for sure. And
Yeah.
that really helped out all aspects. I mean, I went to school for business, and it helps me out every day in the music business.
She was
Yeah.
with Sharon Osbourne.
Yeah.
Sharon
Basically,
Osbourne,
yeah,
Mama.
yeah.
Mhm.
Ozzy always needs a
Yeah,
Sharon.
that's it.
He'd be dead without her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 times over.
Yeah,
3
for
times
sure.
over. Yeah.
So yeah, that was a big thing, but I think the music thing just never. There was never a question in my mind. There was never a I just kept doing it.
Yeah.
So the guys that I played with, guys much more talented than me, always kind of just fell off, and I'm going to grow up and be a real guy, be a real man, this type of stuff, right? There's a stigma behind musicians.
Yeah.
And
Or being
it's a
When is it
wanting to
time?
grow up. Like,
When is it
wanting to
time?
grow
Yeah.
up. And
Yeah.
why can't you grow up and still play music and have fun and party and do all
Right.
those fun things?
Yeah.
And still be a good guy.
And still be a decent guy.
Yeah.
Like
I have
musicians are still good dads. Right?
awesome dads.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Free David Grohl, Bon Jovi.
and they have something for their kids to
Sailor
look up
Jerry.
to. Like you looked up to your dad.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's always something there. You can look back in 20, 30, 40 years, and hopefully my grandchildren, they'll be able to see what I've done.
Sure.
It's all over social media.
Yeah,
That's never
that's
going
so
away,
cool.
right?
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
It's always your legacy's always gonna be there. That's why people are always talking about this. Social media is killing the world. It's doing this. Well, there's a lot of good that it does,
Right.
no matter what.
That's
Yeah.
just it.
Yeah.
Nailed it right
And you can look back on it. I've had lots of, this is going crazy, but I've had, many friends, pass away or this and that. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look at their Facebooks all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, there's our picture when, his 30th birthday.
right.
Sick.
Right.
It's great stuff. So
Yeah.
I think it's really cool for, families and next generations to be able to come back and look at, what
To
their-
your book.
what their loved ones
Yeah.
have done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I started my podcast.
Yeah, and that was-
worst case scenario if it doesn't take off. That's going to show my kids.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's cool. And
Yeah.
it's encapsulating your person you are at the time you're doing
For
it.
sure. And you can always, your mother can always tell you when you're a kid, oh, your dad was so cool at this and
Right.
he did this and that. But to be able to actually see it,
Yeah.
That's
to
what
have
we have
something
now.
tangible to look at and,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
to
Cool.
carry on. I love
enjoy
that
it.
Yeah,
stuff.
for sure.
Yeah.
I agree. I think there's a lot of good that social media can be used for, and then it just depends on how you're using it, right? If
Exactly.
you're using it for that
Yeah.
self-esteem boost, and that's where you get your validation, you're probably going to have some mental health issues down the
Huge.
road.
Dopamine reliance.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is the dopamine.
It is. And even getting text messages, same thing. A little flick of dopamine.
I
goes
love
up.
text messages. I never thought of text messages.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But for me, I mean, I have this little one behind me, and she lives in Sault Ste. Marie, so
fucking
I have to
adorable.
watch her grow up through Facebook.
You have
right?
to, right?
Yeah. So,
So
I
there's-
love Facebook for that.
For sure. There's
Yeah.
really, really great things about it. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
You know, it's not so good for,
It's
you
like-
know.
but it's like
Couple of
anything.
them.
It's
Yeah.
a tool. You can use it for bad or good.
Absolutely.
And you have a guy that's a great carpenter, but a guy can get a hammer and hit someone with it.
Yeah.
Sure.
No problem.
And I think
It's true. It's as
Yeah,
weird as it sounds.
it is.
It's just
Yeah.
you the person that controls it is shows their limelight when they have it in their power.
Yeah, for sure.
It'll be interesting to see the kids coming up that are using it at such a young age, though, whether or
Yeah.
not they start to depend on it
Oh, it's.
I think
That's-
that's well. I think
yeah.
I have-
personally think you should be 18 before you have it.
before you have
I think
access
you-
to
I think
social
you should
media.
ha- I think you should be
That would
18.
make sense to me. With
Now, how do you gauge that though? Like everything has.
Well,
You got to be plus 18.
No, but right now,
you say
you-
yes. Yes, I am.
I was watching porn when I was 6.
Yeah.
Red Shoe Diaries in the fucking house.
Oh, here we go.
No, but time out. But seriously, if you look at Facebook now, you want to change your name. They've asked for a government piece of ID at this point.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
That's good.
So that's
That's
good
good.
and bad because now you're like, okay, well, I don't want anyone to know everything about me, but also I don't want 15, 16-year-olds always have Facebook and be exposed. Because I grew up in a world where I didn't go on the computer. I went out and played fucking street hockey.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah. So
and,
did I.
And that's it. And that's
Yeah.
what
I
these
remember
kids are being robbed of.
my
Yeah.
first Fido phone. It had nothing but text, a phone call, and I think that worm game.
Yeah.
Right? That was
Yeah.
it.
That was a
So I was
great
never.
game,
was
though.
good.
That
Yeah.
was a
Yeah,
great
worm game was
yeah.
sick. I
Yeah.
was so good at that.
And that's what sucks because
because I was addicted to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But as much as we love social media, because we use it as our platform to express ourselves,
Yeah.
I really wish we could, because there's no need for anyone under 18 to watch us.
Right. Well,
There
they,
really
they
isn't.
shouldn't be. I try to cater it so that no one under 18 has
That's what
access to this shit.
They really don't, but they should have.
To
They
the
shouldn't.
shit.
so that I can use words like shit.
Yep.
Shit,
Yeah.
piss, whatever it is. But I don't think that
Fuck,
kids.
cock, balls.
Yeah, well, keep going. Keep
What's
going,
that
keep
old
going.
school
Yeah.
where Will Ferrell just
Yeah.
fucking rhymes
He
him
just
off?
fucking
Fuck.
goes
Earmuffs,
nuts on it.
earmuffs,
earmuffs.
earmuffs. But I really don't think the kids before 18 should have access to social media. They don't fucking need it.
No, they don't.
It does nothing but.
And they're the worst at it. They're the
It-
worst
and
at
it does
it.
nothing-
They,
True.
they,
But-
they have no censorship at all.
What 15-year-old needs fucking Instagram to make him a better person?
I know.
And that's
No.
true. And that's where when you say you have everything online and you have memories you can look back on, that's not necessarily good for the kid that's 15 and thinks it's funny to go naked, swimming at a party and stuff.
Yeah.
But he's 15.
Yeah.
He's 15.
Yeah.
15 though.
If you're 18,
That's
you're,
what he would do.
You're accountable by law. You're on your own.
Well, there's still, I was doing stupid shit until yesterday. So what does it matter? I mean,
I will do
it's
stupid
gonna-
shit tomorrow. it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I understand that, but I'm accountable.
Yeah, absolutely.
No one's gonna call my fucking mom or dad
No.
because I did something stupid.
No,
It'll
except
be
for me.
that calls them.
Maybe
Everybody
you're moving
call-
in here. I'm gonna need
everybody
their
calls-
number.
Yeah, no, you won't.
Everybody calls my
Fucking
mom
every
and dad
fucking number
when I do something stupid.
Yeah.
I'll find them. I'll find them on social
You
media.
will
or
not.
something. No.
You will not find
I'll
them.
ask. I'll ask Mike O'Brien how to find your mom. That's what I'll do.
Oh,
I bury myself. Hey, you know what? I already know where your parents live, so we're good.
Yeah, that's
that is
That's
brilliant.
Yeah, yeah.
true. Tattle on me. I'm going to tattle on
I've been
you.
to the cottage. Actually, beautiful cottage, by the way. Have you been to this cottage? You're coming up.
You can.
You're coming
Absolutely.
Up. I just
sure.
invited him to your cottage. but-
Yeah, I saw that.
Dude,
I was here.
Beautiful, beautiful cottage.
I'm
It's
there.
actually like when I had the cabin podcast.
Yeah.
my place had wood. I'm like, oh, it's a cabin. I go to his place. I'm like,
My place had
fucking
wood.
Shed. I look, it should
Wood
be the
everywhere.
cabin shed because his
The
place
only-
was beautiful.
Captain
Beautiful.
Shed.
I had a great time, by the way.
Good. I'm
It was a
glad.
good time.
We'll do it up again soon.
I believe you.
Yes, please.
Yeah, for sure.
Back to the music.
Yeah, let's talk about sort of some of the transitioning from obviously this was in your blood. You went to school. Did you go to university?
No,
Or a
I
college?
went to college. Yeah, I went
Yeah.
to George Brown for business.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, international business.
Right
So,
on.
Yeah.
So you followed with the business. Did you like it in high school, or did you just decide? Did you take business in high school?
No, I didn't. Like I was always kind of, I guess, business minded. I watched my
Yeah.
parents. My parents did a lot of.
Entrepreneurial kind of.
Yeah, they did.
mindset?
They used to open up restaurants,
Yeah.
pubs, Irish pubs, kind of, and run them, get
Yeah.
them up and going, and then sell them off.
Oh, that's
Right
pretty cool.
on.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Flipped pubs?
Yeah, they
awesome.
flipped pubs.
You're
That's
born to be a
cool.
musician,
Yeah, they did
man.
it.
That's
They
cool,
did a couple times, which was great because
In London?
my mom would run it, and then my dad would run the entertainment.
Right.
And it was a perfect fit.
No shit.
It was also super cool because they were at the pub every Friday, Saturday till about 4, 5 in the morning.
perfect for you.
Oh yeah, high school was like my place was the place to be.
wow.
Yeah, I bet.
Seriously, so
I
it
bet.
was so it was a good scene for
That's
me.
pretty
man.
cool. So that's pretty much where you became a musician. In the first
Yeah,
place.
yeah,
You
yeah,
had
for
to
sure.
fucking freelance, do whatever you want.
Yeah,
That's
for
wicked.
sure, for sure.
That's wicked.
Always
man.
super respectable.
Of course.
My
You're a
parents'
gentleman.
house.
We're
Yeah.
live. Yeah.
We're live.
A gentleman. Yeah,
I think
yeah,
my
that's
mom's listening now. I just saw her. She liked the link, and I'm scared shitless.
it. You're fine. You're fine. So then
I gotta start blocking her from Facebook.
So after that,
Oh
band,
no, he doesn't mean that, Mom.
don't
Josephine Lynch.
So then after that band, what'd you do? So you went? Did you transition to a solo
What, the
artist at one
ostrich-
point?
The ostrich situation.
Yeah, the
Yeah, the ostrich situation.
I haven't actually said those 2-3 words in
A while.
years.
It's cool how it brings up memories, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, for
That's
sure.
what this
Brings
is. It's a
up
trip
lot.
down memory lane.
It's
It
really
is,
weird.
I
but
like
it's,
this.
it's a recorded trip down memory lane.
It is.
Yeah.
See,
It's
we're
your podcast.
Yeah,
I'm
this is the Ryan podcast.
I'm
right now.
I'm
Yeah.
loving this.
All right,
I'm
I can
loving
cheers.
this.
I've opened
There
my
we
my-
go.
Oh.
There you go.
Sober Sean.
Oh, you're
There we
drinking what
go.
I'm drinking.
So then,
Yeah.
so then you went. So you did that.
Sparkling
You
water.
did that. That band. And what did you learn from that band about yourself and about being in a band?
Oh my God, so much. First off, I learned that I was a terrible singer.
Okay, from somebody else or from yourself?
Not for myself.
Okay.
I knew
Yeah,
it.
you
I
can
knew
tell,
it.
right?
I knew it flat out.
I think
yeah.
I'm good.
I knew it
And
flat
I
out.
don't-
Yeah, I've heard
I
you
knew
though.
it.
You're not bad.
Thank
Oh,
you.
you are. Well, the way you actually hear your voice in your own head when you sing versus what is actually coming out is two
I don't
totally
know.
different
I don't
things.
know.
Right.
Yeah.
It's horrendous, actually.
They say to record it right and then listen to it after.
Oh yeah, yeah, and that's a scary thing. That's a real scary thing to hear your own voice.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone other than maybe, you know.
That's your phone. It's all good. It's all good.
It's all good, man.
That
It's
was
real
fun.
life.
That's my mom.
It's happening like-
Is it really? I don't know.
You're off. You're off the will.
Don't you dare block me.
off the wheel.
yeah, you're done, Lynch. You're done. She's saying.
Did you see something?
I did.
Uh-oh.
I did. She's very impressed.
She's
Oh,
very
awesome.
impressed.
Yeah,
Good.
she's happy. I'm drinking spring water.
Good.
I love
Carbonated
spring
water.
water, yeah.
Same thing as me.
I'm
What was
drink-
that? What was that question?
This is Mio.
So,
this
what
is
are you talking
Mio.
about your voice being recorded and sounding different?
Terrible.
What
I
did you
can
learn
hear
from
my
yourself?
voice right now.
What
and
did you
I
learn
hate it.
from yourself of being in that band? And did it grow you as a person or a
100%.
musician more? Which one did it grow you more?
Oh man, I'm gonna say as a person because I learned to deal with people
Cool.
a lot.
A young
'cause
age?
A young age.
Yeah.
When you get off stage, even at an elementary school dance,
Right. You're the cool guy.
you're the cool guy.
Sure you are.
Right?
Yeah.
And it really like at a
We get weird here?
we just touched
We touched
touched
knees.
knees.
I liked it though. It was okay.
Yeah, at a really young age, I learned how to deal with people wanting to meet me and know me, and it's like
Slow dance with
I'm not
you?
a Mr. Cool fucking superstar at all by any means,
Right.
now or then or ever. But
You seem like a pretty humble guy.
Yeah,
There
very-
was-
that's a
You
good
do.
word to use.
there was a really cool thing there where I had to learn how to listen. That's a big thing. How to
Yeah.
listen. I think that's the biggest thing I learned at that age was how to listen to people because everybody's got a story.
Yep.
Everybody's got a story, and it doesn't matter if I wrote the song or I played a song that they love that got them through something, or every songwriter says that, but it really is the best part of music is
Right.
how it makes people feel. There's a real connection
Right.
deep between deep connection
Deep
between
connection. Yeah, emotional.
and there's everybody I meet is a bigger music lover than I am.
Right.
I listen to music, but I listen to it in a different way. I listen to it as like, how can I learn from this verse? How can I learn from
Right.
what they're doing?
wow.
How can I
Right?
improve?
How can I
it's a
improve
blueprint
what
for
I'm
you.
doing? Absolutely. I look at it as a blueprint.
Yeah.
As
Roadmap.
a contract or
a
something.
structured element. That you look at.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's cool. Pattern.
So that was a really cool thing for me, was learning how to deal with people and learning, even empathy. Like, I'm listening to these stories and listening to a grade 7 girl talk about how that song got her through her father's death
Right.
or something
Yeah,
like that.
powerful.
And I gotta be on the ball for that stuff.
Didn't
You know what I
expect
mean?
that.
Like I can't, play it Mr. Cool with that stuff.
Right.
That's, and I think that's what fans appreciate the most about a good artist is the ability for them to be able to tell their story and to relate to it. And yeah,
Really?
And have some empathy towards people.
Empathy is not a
Absolutely.
word I thought it was going to come out of your mouth at this point.
Oh,
Absolutely.
man, it's a
That's
big
actually
word.
surprising.
It's a big word.
It is huge.
It's a
but
big word out of
and
my
being the
mouth.
cool guy I sometimes find is that you're the much cooler guy when you can be down to earth.
Well, that's what's cool.
But people
about
don't recognize that.
No. Oh, they want you to. They want to call you on Friday night and go to Joe Cool's.
That's
and
it.
Right.
Light it up with
That's
you.
exactly
but
it.
that's
But we
not
talked
what.
about earlier. Nobody really likes you.
Nobody
They just
really
want
likes
stuff
you.
from you.
They
Yeah.
just
In general, like that's
Yeah.
just how
I
it is.
just want your company too.
Yeah.
You guys are both good company. People want it at the bar. It happens.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Oh, no.
Yeah.
We're not negative. We love
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
No,
Him, not
the
me. I'm not a
pe-
cool
the
guy.
people. I think the first time we met, we actually had a huge, awesome conversation about this.
We did.
We really
absolutely did.
and
yeah.
that's
Right?
stuck with me since we met.
Yeah.
Was, you did your thing, and people want to be around you,
Yeah, for sure. For
whatever
the
their
group.
reasons are for.
I would love to have this conversation right now
Yeah.
Okay.
because we haven't had it. And I love when he talks because he talks so openly about this, and he's never had the opportunity to actually talk about it in the podcast. I don't think so because you're always asking questions.
That's okay.
So as an artist, as someone that is still involved in what now you're doing, you transferred for what you did. It has nothing to do with who you are now, and that's obviously apparent.
Sure.
because it's in the past, and you're still going on a career that is blossoming. That we just talked about,
Yeah.
and we still will talk about.
yeah,
for sure.
We'll get into
But
it.
We got time.
What
got
similarities-
time,
what
baby.
similarities do you guys find within each other that your art form, or be it as it may, that was an art form.
Yeah.
It was something
Yeah.
you had to learn and
Quickly.
indulge- and
yeah.
For you-
change.
yeah, for you, that was fast.
Now-
That's the big difference, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's
dynamic.
yeah, the difference for me was when you go on a reality TV show, you're skyrocketed to the height that some people don't even get to in a lifetime,
From
right?
0 to 100.
Right,
Fast.
from 0 to 100. So for someone that's, doesn't really know that they're dealing with anxiety disorder and knew they had some issues with depression in the past, to try to hide that when the spotlight's on you,
It's tough.
you self-medicate, you go to alcohol, you go out, you think that everybody wants to pull you out and be around you for you, but really it's just your time in the spotlight. They want a piece of it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some great people, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of people that come out of the woodwork and just kind of,
Yeah.
hey, it's been a while and whatever. But
We just talked about that.
yeah,
We just
and
talked
and,
about that.
and the thing is that I wish I had a little more time to adapt to the situation. But that's reality TV, man, and that's why it's so good is because you put ordinary people in extraordinary situations, right? And when you do that, things happen.
Two
and that's
things
where the
happen.
fireworks-
Two things happen.
Yeah.
Two things. They either go up or they go down.
Yeah, for sure.
But
but you learn regardless.
That's
you
exactly what I
learn.
was going to ask you.
Yeah.
So what
Whether
he
it be
said-
when you wake up in the morning, you learn.
You learn.
now,
fast.
Yeah.
it may be a detriment at one point for you,
Mm.
but you're inarguably a much better person from it.
I think so.
So then,
I went on a show
it's not-
fooling
you-
people that I
it's
was a
not-
good bachelor, and I
Yeah.
think now
It's unarguable.
I'm actually becoming one.
Yeah.
So, or at least
Hey,
I'm trying to.
That's it.
Yeah.
So when I asked
Now that's
you,
going to change someone's life.
Yeah, I
It
think
already
Some
so.
lucky
has.
girl is going to be like, holy shit.
Maybe. We'll
Maybe.
see.
when I asked you, did you grow more as a musician than a person?
I think more as a person.
That's it. So then
Yeah.
you now,
Mm-hmm.
did you now? But obviously, we're doing the podcast. I think me and you are. It's fair to say that we're going to do great things with this, regardless.
Yep.
But do you think it's grown you more as a person from being on that show?
Oh,
more,
100%.
More as a icon, and I don't mean icon as in the limelight, but multimedia.
I think I started to gain more of an interest in what was happening. So,
Behind the scenes.
yeah. So I started, when I was watching the show, like you, very similar to what Ryan said when he said now he's listening to the music, but he's listening for how to improve himself.
Yeah.
When you're in that situation, before I was watching the show like everyone else did. So I'm watching all the people involved. And then when I watch it after, I'm watching all the camera angles. And I'm watching,
Yes.
like, oh, how did they do that? How did they do that? And you start to try to piece it all together. So I guess it kind of piqued my curiosity. And then doing the radio interviews and things like that, I was like, you know what? I really enjoy this kind of shit.
Yeah, it's fun.
You're
But
good
I want,
at it.
yeah,
You're
but I
good
want to
at it.
be me. I want to be able to swear. I want to be able to talk about sex. I don't want to be told what to do.
Yeah.
And so this seemed like a pretty good,
Oh,
pretty good,
sure.
yeah, pretty good way.
There he is.
Yeah.
Pretty good way to do both. And the best thing about it is, being sober, I get to reach out to people that I used to see in the bars that I really enjoyed their company and have another real conversation without the bullshit, right?
Absolutely.
Without the
Without the
constant
anxiety.
interruptions, except from this guy. Yeah, I'm just kidding. We invite your interruptions. We invite them.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
It's for my interruptions.
But it's a good question, and
I'm going home, by the way.
It's a good question, and I wish that it was more so that people could condition themselves before going on something like that, because it causes reality TV. People get skyrocketed into this life.
Yeah.
They don't know how to handle it. They're not prepared for it.
No.
Yeah.
And they causes, regardless of whether or not you stay up or you go down, eventually that time runs out.
But no one gives a fuck.
Yeah,
on that side.
they're
No one gives a fuck
normal
about
people trying to find
You're-
love.
You know what it's called? It's called a cash cow.
It's a cash cow. For
You're
the,
used for they milk you and they sell you off.
Oh,
and then
you're
done.
definitely used.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
for
it.
sure.
But no one really sees that.
If you're smart enough, you can, capitalize on it.
Yeah,
you can.
Which
you can.
but some
But-
people don't know how to.
No, and I was one of those people. I didn't even have Instagram when I went on that show. So I know I missed that opportunity, right? But anyway, it's
And I'm capitalizing on it.
yeah. There you go.
No, but really, like that's
Yeah.
that the fact that you've turned all that into a positive atmosphere.
That's
and
cool,
that,
man.
And that you've learned.
It is. Hey.
I never
cool.
knew you, but here's the thing, Sean. I never knew you before that.
No, you didn't.
I've only heard stories. That guy's a myth to me.
Well, that guy doesn't
He
exist anymore.
Exactly. Therefore, he's
I
a
mean,
myth.
if people still think that he exists,
He's
they're
a phoenix.
exactly.
Phoenix, yeah.
But
The great white buffalo. Great white buffalo.
I think that there's going to be lots of problems with people that have gone on, and there already are. You see suicides happening from people that have been on. I mean,
Oh,
it's all over the place.
Jesus.
It happens to everyone, as we're seeing musicians as well.
Musicians.
No one's
Chris
immune.
Cornell, Chester
Yeah.
Bennington.
So no one's immune to it. No one's immune to mental illness. No
money
one's
doesn't make
immune
you safe.
to suicide, right? And that's part of the reason I got sober is because I lost my best buddy, right?
Yeah.
To suicide, which sucked. And that was right after the show. That was kind of a wake up call. So I guess the thing I'm trying to say here is that there's going to be problems with everyone that isn't ready to let that attention go. So when you've gone on that TV show or whatever, you've gone on ET Canada or ET US or whatever, and you're on TMZ and all these things.
You were on both of those.
All of those
You're on
things.
You're on ET Canada. You're on TMZ. Anything else you're on?
Well, local shit. It's all over the place. I can. Tell
I don't know
you,
the answer.
yeah.
I'm really.
You were on
I'm not asking
places
him-
you have no
I have,
idea.
I have
about.
no idea.
Yeah,
No idea.
But
Yeah.
for people here, I'm not asking him to say. I really don't. I never asked him this question. Before.
Yeah,
I
fair
never
enough.
have. Yeah, so I don't know the answer. To
He's
that.
been on everything.
irritating.
But very briefly, right? It's just like there you are, and then you're gone. And it actually, I wasn't ready for it, and it felt really awkward to me, and that's why I handled it the way I did with
Yep.
dealing with anxiety and depression and medication with booze and fucking drug use and everything else.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that was my escape because I didn't really know how I felt about it.
Well, it's easy.
Yeah.
That's an easy way
It
of
is.
doing
easy way
things.
out, but you
Yeah.
don't see it as being an easy way out. You see it just enjoying it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just
You're
getting
masking it with
getting
enjoyment.
excited.
Or you see
and-
this fucking idiot told me the same story 4 times.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, well, I mean, if that's, and you don't know, like, you don't know that. You wake up in the morning not remembering what you did. And,
No.
and this is the thing, though.
Everyone
is that,
hates you when you're in your bed in
Yeah,
the morning.
sure.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
anything you did when you were blackout is none of your business.
that's one way to look at it, right?
shit.
That's my line.
Those, nights,
So-
those mornings where you wake up, you don't remember anything, but you feel like everyone's mad at you.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody.
That's the fucking worst feeling in the world.
And the worst is your bros that are just like, you were okay. It wasn't
Yeah.
that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
It was terrible.
you're like, I don't trust anything you're saying because
No.
you were drunker than I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was-
Yeah. So that's what it was like for me, man. It was very it was interesting. It was a very powerful lesson to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel for a lot of the people that are going through it right now because there's people that I know that are, about to declare bankruptcy, that are on more medication than I ever was for anxiety and depression.
Oh.
There's people that are and guess what? They don't have a
Outlet.
they don't have someone to talk to about it or someone that can relate.
Yeah.
I think
you
that's
can.
a huge, such a massive fucking thing.
It is.
That's
It
exactly
really
what this
is.
turning
That's
into.
That's a massive thing. Like
Yeah.
I'll relate it to music and the pressures of being Mr. Cool and drinking and partying. Like nobody can last doing that.
No.
Nobody
no.
can
Unless you're
last.
Keith Richards.
Nobody can last. Yeah, unless you Keith
Keith
Richards.
Richards, yeah.
Nobody can really, mentally last doing that day
Right.
in, day out, night after night, booze, autographs, all this great, just
Yeah.
insane stuff. Like you can't mentally cope with that every day.
Yeah.
And
tough.
if you do,
How are
you're
you-
a fucking champ.
How are you finding that? Like, is that?
Well,
yeah.
I have a minimal. I'm very. It's
much more than we've ever experienced.
1% of that stuff. Yeah,
So,
I'm
yeah.
1% of that
Yeah.
stuff, and
But it could-
I don't handle it well.
Right.
I'm really bad at it.
Right.
What are you bad at?
I'm bad at dealing with it. When I think life is a big party, when I'm out on tour, you play Boots and Hearts.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I got a party for 4 days straight. Perfect.
Right. And
You
that's
know?
that. What is Boots and Hearts? To explain that to people that
Boots
don't
and
know.
Hearts is a big music festival
Huge.
out near Barrie. It's massive.
Is it
It's-
country
it's-
music?
Yeah, it's country music. It's probably one of the biggest in Canada, at least.
I think it is the biggest.
So
in
like
Canada.
It
people,
is.
to give people an example, I have friends that literally plan their next year Boots
ahead
and
of
Hearts.
it, yeah.
And
Yeah,
they'll
they start
rent
saving.
RVs, and it's like fucking Christmas to these people.
Right.
They plan a
It's,
weekend.
it's 4 days of complete bliss.
Country
Yeah.
music is huge
Or
now, eh?
Massive. It just keeps growing.
It's growing.
like
But are
crazy.
you like?
That's what I asked them too. I know what you're going at.
Yeah, are you the old school country or the new school country? You're more
I'm the old school country.
Which is
and
I
it-
like that. I
Yeah,
like the old school
okay.
country.
and it comes from a lot of old Irish music derives. It's there's a lot of country involved in that, right?
Right.
So,
Who would you compare yourself to? Like I guess you're not like any other
like
artist.
as far as a writer or
no, you're. Well,
or a
that's a good
performer,
question.
like-
Let me describe that.
because you do both.
performer. I'm like what's his name there?
Michael Jackson,
Yeah.
No, but they're old school. They're like they're it's hard to explain.
totally opposite of country.
They're fun country. They're manly country. They're not poppy country. You understand? Like
Yeah.
they're not,
Oh,
like,
I totally
not dancing
understand.
around. Like they're manly country that like
Well,
we still
poppy,
drink fucking beer.
poppy country kind of sounds like top 40
I
now.
can't do it
almost,
anymore.
right? Like it could
I
easily.
can't.
Yeah, it's out of control. But
Yeah.
you know what? You know what's really cool is when you decide to stop being such a loser
Yeah,
Ooh.
and say, "Hey,
I'm
you
open
know
to
what?
everything.
I'm open to everything,
Right.
and I'm not just gonna write traditional country."
Yeah,
That's what I love the most.
Yeah.
I love Hank Williams. I love Johnny Cash,
Cash,
like
yeah.
everybody else
Yeah.
in the world does.
yeah.
But that's just not what's on radio right now.
No,
So what are you gonna do? You
You
gonna
got to pick a career. You got to pick a
you
passion.
gonna be successful at it,
Yeah.
or are you gonna be true to your roots?
right.
I think there's a big fine line between being successful and being true.
Right.
How do you decide what is? So that's a good question. So
You
do
always
find-
you always just go with what's popular.
Yeah,
if
but-
if it's your career and you want to make money.
Now let me ask you
Sure.
this, Ryan. When you're writing a song that you would never normally listen to, how do you get yourself into that mode if you don't know what it feels like to be that? Do you understand? Do you?
Who just gargled?
That was
That
me.
was- man, that
This is what happens when I drink my
was loud.
This is why.
Scared the shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
don't. Like
I
you
fucking set of the gremlins.
Gremlins him, and then I'm like, he's way the fuck over there. I'm
Yeah.
like, and I was like looking at you.
Sorry, that came through the earphones, and I was
That's
like,
good.
"Holy shit!" That was
That's
great.
the problem when I drink these. I drink these like they're. It sounds like I'm fucking drunk. It does.
Sounds like the
The best. That was
gremlins.
good.
Yeah.
But how do you decipher? Because you know what, the biggest word
It's
in
probably gonna happen again. By the way.
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna bring.
I'm
it back.
legit listening
I
for
can't
it.
be the one that brings it back, Sean. If you make me the one that brings it back, we're done for. But if there's a big
We're going out tonight, aren't we?
no talk.
I-
There's a big phrase. There's a big phrase in the music industry. I'm not using it towards you, but the word sellout.
I was thinking that too.
And I'm not using it against you because I know you, and it's not that I would never even describe you like that. But I'm sure that you've.
That's
when
the
someone
fans. That
I've had a huge problem with that word. Like,
Yeah.
I
do too.
I've been shouted that.
I don't disagree with
my
it, nor do
face
I
a
agree
million
with it. I
times.
think that people need to evolve.
Sure.
If you don't evolve, you're
Yeah.
dead in the water. Just like anything else.
I think
However-
anybody that uses the word, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No.
No.
But I don't think. I think if you don't evolve, you're dead in the water.
You're dead.
You're dead.
You're done.
But
Right.
I also
You're dead.
agree with. It's hard to swim upstream if you're not an upstream swimmer, and you have to battle that way. It's like, okay, well, am I doing things like for example, what's her name? Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Yep.
Started country, now she's doing pop.
Yeah.
Well, pop is more popular, but is she a pop artist? She's a pop artist because we're told
She's an
she is.
artist. Yeah, she's
I
an
know.
artist.
So then, that's what I'm. That's just my battle.
Well,
Very
there's no-
successful
there's-
artist, we might add.
Well,
there's
there's-
successful,
for her,
Yeah.
the way I
Boys,
look at it, there's.
I may have to take the first bathroom break.
I gotta pee too.
Yeah, it
Do ya?
happens. It happens.
Do it
all
one
the
at a time at least.
All right,
You know
yeah,
what?
we're not gonna leave
You know
them
what?
alone. Yeah.
time. No, let's go. No, you go ahead first. You go ahead first, Ryan. Well, we'll talk to
Yeah?
Sean. Go. Yeah, you go ahead first. Yeah.
Well, I want to hear his.
Don't talk shit about me while I'm gone.
We won't.
It's recorded.
We're
It
gonna
is.
when you come back, think about what you were gonna say
Pete.
about sellout, because you're gonna say you had a problem with that word, and then
I
we
do.
let Brandon
I have
go.
a major problem with that word.
Go pee. I'm not calling you.
I have a
sellout.
major problem with people.
No,
that,
no way. I was calling you a sellout.
I know you
Okay,
weren't
okay,
calling
never,
me
never,
a
never,
sellout.
never. But
You're
but it's-
talking about the
but
word.
You know what? You know my love for
every
music.
definition
You know my love for music.
of
That's exactly how I
sellout.
wonder.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know the music.
I'm a
theory either.
fucking huge sellout.
There you go.
Mark my words, Ryan Lynch,
Yeah.
huge sellout.
I don't know.
Now
the
or
music
in the
industry like you do.
future?
Yeah.
Already, is it begun?
Oh, it began a long time ago.
Perfect time to take a
That's
piss
a good
break.
question though, because I don't know, because she's so involved in the music industry, and that's just a word like I look at, like say Green Day or
Good.
someone like that. I always attribute them to being sellouts.
Green Day. Why Green Day? Ryan's trying to talk to us from the washroom.
He's a great guest.
Yeah,
This
yes,
is fun. This is great. I'm
absolutely.
a great time.
Yeah.
I can hear him better in the microphone now than I can when he's up there.
We might actually be able to hear your stream.
Yeah. The live stream.
Yeah, the live stream.
Yeah.
Dan would like that one. The
Yeah,
pun
yeah,
there.
yeah. See, like that. But
Yeah.
but what I did is I really don't know as much as the music industry is. I don't know. I don't like. And the word I use the word sellout because he just said that he doesn't really write things that he normally uses.
It's a good question to bring up.
I want to know. I really want to know
because
the answer to because I don't think he's a sellout. But what does he attribute?
But it's
what does he
just
think
like-
a sellout is?
It's in any musician though. When you think about it,
You
Like,
have
I look,
to.
I look at the old stuff of David Guetta, for
I'd
example.
sell out. You would sell out. Of course.
You don't think you would now, but then
you
as soon
would.
as, yeah, as
Until-
soon as you realize you're
until
like,
you
listen,
get the opportunity
I'm gonna,
to sell it, you do it.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
cater to what's happening in the world to make money, or else I'm gonna be DJing. Like I use
It's
DJing
like
because
saying-
I can relate
it's
to
just
it.
like I would never sleep with a celebrity until you're given an opportunity to, and then you're like, okay, well, of course I'm going to.
Whoever says I would never sleep with a celebrity?
Depends on who you're talking to.
Really?
And when.
Someone actually says that?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh,
like,
all
I'm using
right.
an example, or like, fuck, man. I'm just using an example. Like, give me like something you never do, and you get the opportunity, you would.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
My turn.
I think sellout is. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So tell me.
What's your definition of a sellout?
I want to hear what is. You were gonna say you have a problem with the word.
I brought my drink.
You can bring your drink with you to piss. It doesn't
To the
matter.
washroom.
Multitask. So when it comes to the word
In and out.
when it comes to the word sellout, you have a real problem with that word. Tell me about that.
I do. I hate that word. I think it's a word that people who don't understand what's going on use.
Right.
I think it's fanatic fans.
Yeah.
People that are way too into a band or music or genre.
Right. They feel like they have a personal connection
Oh,
with
they
them.
feel like they have such a like an
They're invested.
overwhelming connection with them.
Right.
Like their life is going to be affected by this
Right.
band's next move.
They're totally invested in these
Well,
people.
Welcome to reality here, boys, girls.
Yeah.
The word sellout is totally fucked.
Yep.
Because any artist that writes their own music, that performs music written by other people, it's their job.
Sure.
This is their job.
Yep.
So if you're selling auto parts and you're running auto parts to all the dealerships in London,
Yep.
if there is a new way to make a automatic window open faster or slower, you're going to sell it.
Right. Sure.
Does that mean you're a sellout because you
That's a very
sell
good point.
that?
That's a very good point.
It's a very simple breakdown.
That's a very
Right.
good point. I asked you because
This
I want
window
your professional
sells
opinion.
better than the other one.
I can't help but notice he didn't wash your hands.
He did wash his hands. I know.
Oh, did
And then
you?
he touched my sleeve. No, I can't touch my sleeve.
I don't. What? I pee. It's per voice.
Go ahead.
Hey,
Go ahead. Touch the
you
equipment.
you peed and you didn't wash your hands.
It's okay.
At least it was number one and no number twos.
No number two is never.
I don't know. It was a
No,
fairly
but
long
the reason why I
pee.
ask you, right? The reason why I ask you is because you have the more depth of musical. What? It's fine. It's fine.
It only
I
lasts
want to
a
know your
certain period
opinion
of
on it.
time.
I want to know your opinion on it. I just shut it off.
Oh, okay.
I want to know your opinion on it because because that's a big term that goes around the music industry and
It's
a lot of
huge.
people that talk.
It's
shit,
not
they don't know.
actually in the music industry.
It's
It's
outside.
everybody else.
Right.
who,
it's-
but
it's
they pay
not
for the
in
music
the-
industry.
Confirmed.
They're the reason why
Yeah.
the music industry is the industry.
Confirmed.
So
But
that's
at the,
why.
But at the end of the
yeah.
day, if you're like, when people say you're selling out, you're not necessarily.
Selling out, it's not a wrong thing.
What you're doing is you're just catering to a different demographic
Yes.
that seems to be the more popular demographic at
Yes.
the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
You're not
You
gonna
still
sell more-
That is the whole thing about music, about TV, pop culture,
Right.
in general.
Sure.
Things are cool for a second.
Right.
For 1 second.
Yeah.
something that's cool today,
Not cool tomorrow.
And I always had this thing, with when I got into country music, as far as writing it. I grew up in Beaumont, Ontario.
Yeah.
1,500 people. Every single one of my friends was a cow farmer, pig farmer, tobacco farmer.
Right.
All I did was get annihilated by country music. And I loved it. I loved country music. And then all of a sudden, those same guys that I was, laughing and joking and going to the Dixie Chicks concerts with when I was 16 years old, are calling me a sellout because I'm writing country music when I'm 32.
That's a thing? They call you a sellout because you're writing country music at 32? Why?
At 32. Same guys that they think that because country music is just blowing up now. Oh, Lynchy's on the train now.
Oh,
Lynchy's
really?
writing that.
But weren't you always into country music?
Always. And
so how the fuck are you selling out?
Exactly. It's the same guys that I legit would take a limo to from Elmer, Ontario to Toronto to watch the Dixie Chicks at 16 years old.
Really?
And those same guys are telling me I am selling out.
So I actually clipped a sore topic with you. I didn't mean to do that, but that's interesting.
It was nice.
Yeah, no, I like this. The reason why I asked you is I genuinely didn't know the answer.
Well, the first thing everybody asks you, legit, the first thing everybody asked me when, the Them Dang Rattlers started getting some noise.
Which is the name of your band, right?
Which was
previous band.
Previous band I was writing for was, we got some clout. We played Boots on Heart, CMT Fest.
Did very well.
Yeah,
very well.
The city of London flew us out to Halifax to play the CCMA Awards.
That's awesome, man.
Really cool stuff. And
that's a
you
big,
get
that's a big memory for you.
Yeah,
man.
it's
that's
huge, man.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
That's really good to get the backing of your own city.
Sure.
Your own
that's
city.
really cool.
Did you write a lot of the songs there?
I wrote every song for that band.
See, that's so fucking cool.
I wrote every word, every word.
That's such a cool thing.
Really?
And before the podcast, people don't have the pleasure of hearing our conversation then, but we talked about what influenced you as a writer because, and I said to him, I'm a big music guy. Mm-hmm. I'm a huge.
He's bigger than I am in music.
I'm a huge music guy, and people don't know that though. People really don't know that.
No.
And I talked to him about songwriting and how much it's not appreciated as it should be.
Right.
It's a beautiful art form. It's simplicity.
Yeah.
And it's all right. It's
there's no music without writers.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's it.
And
you got music. You got music without right. You can write. Lyrics. I mean, talking about lyrics.
You still have to write.
I'm separating lyrics with instrumentals. I'm separating lyrics.
Okay, you're separating
because
poetry.
you can write.
So if you're listening to music without lyrics, then
EDM.
Yeah,
you're right.
For example,
EDM,
that's what I meant. We just talked about that.
That's
as well.
still people they're still producing. That's still
writing,
but
that's
it's more engineering. It's more
huge
engineering
difference for sure.
But it's more engineering than it is writing.
It's techie.
So what I'm saying is that for him to be a writer, it is so more difficult to be a writer than
he liked the techie word.
But I appreciate the fact that he's a writer. When I meet musicians, you're a drummer, you're a guitar player, you're a vocalist, and I appreciate vocals more than anybody. Mm-hmm. However, the fact that he's a writer, it's so hard to be a creative, effective writer. It is the hardest gig in music.
You have to come up with a song out of legit thin
majority
air.
of artists.
Sure. Thin air.
Majority of artists. I'd say the most successful artists, majority of them except rappers, and even then have ghostwriters.
Oh,
absolutely.
they all have ghostwriters.
But they made their way by being successful writers and then to pick the limelight. But there's a lot of writers that people don't even know about that didn't get the limelight until it shows afterwards. Like Chris Stapleton.
Chris Stapleton, there's the perfect
Chris
example.
Stapleton wrote a lot of songs. You didn't think I knew that?
Oh, Mr. Fucking Cool right now.
Yeah.
Mr. Cool right now.
But he's the biggest guy. But he wrote a lot of songs for Adele. He wrote songs for a lot of country artists that people don't recognize. Songwriting is the most unappreciative but yet talented talent.
Art form.
Sorry, wrong
form
word. Of music that people don't appreciate. And what I would love to see is people appreciating more of
I think
songwriting.
I think it's getting there.
Adele's really helping.
Getting there. There's a bunch of boys that I hang out with all the time. They're a crazy talented band, the James Barker Band.
Okay,
they're they're a country band. They're amazing. I think their first single is about to go.
They got it.
They're about to go gold on their first single,
Wow.
Lawn Chair Lazy.
Good for them.
They're guys from just north of Barrie, Port Credit.
Yep.
Just a really fucking cool group of dudes.
Yep.
And, one guy in the band is a writer.
Yep.
and they write with he writes with other writers.
Like you?
Right.
Like me.
There you go. I didn't know that.
No. We're just bros. We haven't. Every time we get together, we bro down every time, right?
Right.
So
yeah.
every time we hang out, we're like, yeah. We send each other messages. Let's write together.
I love
But then
that. That's such
there's
a cool
no time for
music.
writing because
You're
we just
hanging out.
enjoy each other so
That's
much,
such
right?
a cool thing
Yeah.
of music, though, that people don't appreciate.
That's
Yeah.
it, right?
They're ready to headbang, but they're not ready to sit down, take their time, and put heart
Totally.
into it.
Well, one
Totally.
day you will. One day it'll come to that.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope to be part of one of those.
You're on your way, man. I see it.
But
So let's go back in time a little bit here, because first of all, you're obviously a songwriter, and what's your go-to instrument, and what instruments do you play?
I play guitar.
Yeah.
I know a little bit of trumpet. I can slay the drums too. Drums has always been something that I
Really?
wish I was super
even
good
know
at.
that.
I wish I was super good at it. I see drummers, and I'm just my favorite drummer in the world is Connor Brock Stevens from the James Barker Band, which I was just
Okay,
pumping.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
He is the coolest, most accomplished young drummer I've ever
How old
met
is
in my
he?
entire life. He's like 24 years old.
Oh,
Wow, good
wow.
for
They're
him.
young, eh? Good
And
for them.
he went to school in I won't say the name of the school, but it was a big motherfucking school in the States.
Yeah.
And he was asked
Berkeley?
to come. Nope, but
Nope.
he was.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure he went there for a bit.
Okay.
But he was just, he went and he played in front of 50, 60, 70,000 people.
Wow.
As part of the part of the
chorus.
part of the chorus.
Wow.
And and he's younger than me, and he's showing me and teaching me things that I've never thought about in my
Right.
whole life.
Right.
I'm like, this is what's so cool about it.
Yeah.
Camaraderie.
It's evolution,
The
changing the game.
Yeah.
It is.
It's exciting
It
to
is.
see you change the game.
And this guy is the most. You see him. I just actually watched them play in at Bud Gardens just a month or two ago.
Wow.
And you look at these guys and they're just your bros.
Yeah.
They're your bros, and they are your bros because you're in a certain spot where
Right.
you can be bros with guys like this.
So
Sure.
you mean like you've established yourself enough that they
You've
have
gone to
respect
a
for you.
point. You've gone to a point where you're all in a little
You
waiting.
established
You're
yourself.
in a waiting pool,
Right.
with a bunch of your bros.
Right.
That's cool. That's a
Right.
way to put it.
Who's
Yeah.
going to get
And
picked next? Kind
Who's
of thing.
going to get picked next?
Yeah.
And it happens.
That's really
all the
cool.
time.
That's a really cool.
Yeah.
That's a really cool way
Yeah.
to put it. Yeah, yeah.
You're in the waiting
That's
pool.
such a cool way to put
Right.
it. That's
Yeah.
I like that. I really.
Right.
That's gonna be fucking thinking about that the next week. Now.
And that's what I respect. I respect
cool.
guys that
That have made it to the waiting pool.
He makes me want
They
to
went
write
to-
music.
Yeah,
The way he talks about music, he makes me want to write music.
that's something
But that's what musicians do.
in my soul.
But that's what musicians do.
Right.
He makes me want to write music, and the way I talk to him about music is because he's all look at him. He's just about music.
Oh, absolutely.
The way he speaks about it, the way, and that's why I appreciate that people. That's why I use the word sellout is because a lot of people aren't about music anymore.
No,
They don't know the fucking emotions.
No, and you can be both. You can.
I know that.
You can legit
But
be both.
Fuck, I just
And
love
I think
people.
I think the ability. I think that's such a negative word, but legit, the ability to be a songwriter and be yourself with stuff you've done in the past
stories.
and understand that this is where it's going.
Right.
Do you know
And
what?
you have to adapt.
Do you know what upset me recently? And you're gonna probably
I
attest to
love
this.
this.
No. How many people? How many fucking Ryan's the best? How many songwriters? How many songwriters that I thought that were amazing that I recently watched a lot of things that a lot of artists have ripped off.
Oh yeah.
Johnny Cash didn't write Folsom Prison.
No. Oh God, no.
How? You know what?
God, no. He was way too fucked up for that song.
That's what I'm saying. Though,
He would
but
have
there's
never written that
Led
song in a
Zeppelin-
million years.
Led Zeppelin didn't write a lot of their songs.
Yeah.
No
They
doubt.
stole a lot of them, and
Yeah.
it fucking pisses me off because I'm like, oh my god! Like for instance, if you ever listen to the song for reviewers, you listen to the song "Last Name's Mary
don't
Jane,"
know.
and you look at Danny California.
I got one.
Which one? Go.
Oh, I was just gonna say. Oh,
Go.
go on.
I'm done.
You're done.
Yeah, go.
That's
I was
it.
saying,
That was
you know,
a terrible
no,
story.
Tom Petty. Well, it wasn't a story; it's a fact.
Okay, so you're upset. You get upset when people get credit for other people's work prior and,
they
make money off.
and they
of
settle
it.
out of court.
And is that what happens? Is they
Yes.
settle outside of
they
court?
Settle, they sue. They settle.
So
out
there
of
was
court.
never any permission for a lot of this stuff.
No.
Is that kind of what you're getting at?
Yes.
Okay.
So for instance, Tom Petty, Last Dance,
yeah.
Name Mary Jane,
Oh, yeah.
Danny California by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, the exact same
Yeah.
fucking song.
Yeah.
Right.
They settled out of court.
Yeah,
Really?
he sued
Yes.
him. He sued him.
Yeah,
to
they settled out of
death.
court. A lot of songs.
Yeah.
You
At
ever
least he's getting something.
He's done that. He's done that to a few
too many
people.
times. Yes, but everyone
Tom
knows Red Hot
Petty
Chili
is.
Peppers.
Yeah.
No, but how many times that there's so many artists that are so they're so.
But how do
praised.
you love? And there's no doubt. I mean, that must Anthony Kiedis must have literally dropped an inch off his dick when Tom Petty.
I love you.
I
love you.
When Tom Petty's lawyers were like, "Yo, that song is exactly
our fucking
like
song."
American Girl."
Yeah.
No.
She's
Last
oh
Name's
no,
Mary Jane.
I'm talking about. Sorry, the Strokes.
Oh yeah.
The Strokes got
Yeah.
fucked over by Tom Petty too.
Did it
Right.
really?
Wow.
Yeah, they did.
There's
That's
a
one
lot
of my
of
favorite
songs that you
bands
wouldn't
ever.
believe that are just like you listen to the similarities, but you don't realize it
Yeah.
until you're brought to them side by side.
What are you supposed to do it as a writer? You
Yeah.
love songwriters. You listen to music so much differently than, and this is not a Mr. Cool or any songwriter in the world's Mr. Cool, but when you're an artist, when you're painting,
Yep.
you have your favorites.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Which I'm going to
And
talk to you in a
how
minute.
can you not try and duplicate
Yeah,
those
that's a good
favorites?
point.
How can you not do
Yeah.
it? It's next to impossible.
Right.
It's
It
what
really
built
is.
you. It's what built you.
There's,
Yeah,
there's
especially
no
if it's-
doubt that Adam Levine loves.
I love Adam Levine. by the way.
What's that movie? Travolta.
Grease,
No, the other one.
Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
confirmed.
Wait. Show me what you did.
How-
Show me what you did for Saturday Night Fever.
Sunday.
Show me the action what you did.
I did.
I knew what he's talking about.
That's awesome.
I did Can I say this is? I'm
Please.
having a. All jokes aside, I'm having a blast. Here.
Isn't
Good,
that bad?
man. I'm
This
glad
is
you're having
really
fun.
good.
I'm glad you're having
He came
fun.
in. He wasn't nervous. He's like, "Hey man, I don't know what to
I
expect."
was,
I'm
I
like,
was
"Fucking
happy.
relax."
Yeah.
Just
Well,
relax.
I've done a lot of radio stuff, and like it's so formal and like
Nah,
Fuck
this
it's
is,
always the
man.
same questions. Like,
It's the
oh,
wild fucking
where'd
West,
you come
bro.
up with this song? Like, fucking nowhere. That's where it came up.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know.
This is the
Some-
Wild West.
Some
buddy.
girl winked at me, gave me a kiss on my nose at Barney's.
Yeah.
You know?
So how did you like? Let's go to that for a second. When did you start writing songs, and when did you realize you were good at it?
Oh fuck, that
Yeah.
took a lot of years.
A lot of years, but you knew you wanted to be a writer. On
Why?
top of a
But why a
musician.
writer?
I did. I
Why a
knew
writer,
that.
Sean?
I don't know.
I think that might have been. I think that might have
I'm not
been.
the one. I'm not the guest.
I think that might have been my first year at George Brown. I figured like I really understood business, and I was like, holy fuck, the writers make all the money around. here.
Really?
They do.
The writers
They
make
really
all
do,
the
Sean.
money around here. They get no fame, and that's something that like is near and dear to my heart. Like I just want to do something cool.
Right.
I don't need limelight. I don't need nothing. I
That's
just want to
awesome.
do something cool.
So you don't need the ego part where you need to be
Never-
recognized all the time.
never, dude. That's
That's
like
cool.
my
He's
worst
really humble,
anxiety.
too,
Yeah,
right?
well,
That's what-
yeah.
That's my worst fear. Is like legit
You just want to kind of
people talking to me that I don't know.
right.
I'm scared shitless of it.
Anxiety is up.
Yeah,
You have
yeah,
anxiety
yeah,
about
yeah.
that?
Oh God, I get anxiety if that's why I drink because
Yeah.
if
Oh,
I
know
go
that.
to if I go to Barney's and I'm sober, I'm scared shitless.
Right.
I
Right.
am. I legit am. I'm scared shitless to rock
That's
and
really
roll.
cool to hear.
Yeah,
'cause I
just
never
to-
thought
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Oh
That's cool.
God, dude.
I know that feeling, man, because
Yeah.
you kind of
I
have
can't go to Barney's sober either.
Well, you have to become you got to be this person.
You got to become the environment, right? You got to be the.
I'm a
product
different.
of the
I'm a
envi-
different person on stage than I am in real life.
Right.
And it's got nothing to do with each other.
Right.
It's just something that I have terrible anxiety, dude.
Really.
Terrible.
Really?
Terrible.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's fine, man. It's fine.
Just a head up.
Yeah. Anyway, so we were talking about the anxiety. Do you get that a lot?
I get it all the time.
Like
dude.
when you perform too? So how do you perform?
No,
with
when I
you-
perform, I'm fine.
So it's
Wow.
off stage.
When
that
I'm,
you get
it's
it.
off stage that I get it.
Because I would have thought that's what I wanted to ask you. I wanted to ask you how you overcome the stage, sort of the nerves on stage. But
Oh
clearly,
man, it was the coolest thing to me personally was last year. The band I was playing with got asked to play main stage at Trackside Music Fest.
right?
Now this is I've done a ton of country music fests all over Canada, but this one was in London. This was my hometown. This was so scary to me.
Yeah.
When I go on stage, zero problems.
Really?
That's my home. It's
performance.
It's performance. I'm
Yep.
fine with it.
Wow.
I know I got my boys backing me. You know, I'm in a band. All 5 guys are beauties. We're having a great time. Everybody out there, someone I know. But it's after.
Right.
Or it's before.
Right.
It's before and after where
It's like a fight.
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah,
fight.
maybe you could.
It's an MMA fight.
Yeah.
Before you.
I talk to my buddy Sam Stout about this all the time.
It's before the anxiety.
Me and him are
during,
super close, and that's one guy that like legit helped me through that stuff. Like
Really?
Yeah. He was a big help in as far as
Getting
like,
through the crowd kind of
Is
thing.
it,
and
yeah,
is it
man.
fair to say? Is it fair to say that the anxiety's there, but as soon as you get that first reaction of the crowd, it's all gone,
Oh, it's game over.
and then you're good, and then you got to come down from the adrenaline.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Okay,
do.
that's exactly what I thought it was
It
going to
comes
be.
into play.
I did so, not toot my own horn. I'm not anything special. No, I did a stand up. So at my sister's wedding. You can pee again. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go for dart.
You can't. No dart.
Yeah.
I can't dart.
No dart. No dart.
Can I dart here?
No.
Do you need one bad?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Go.
Okay, if you
No,
need to, go grab a quick haul at the back door if you want
don't
to.
mind?
No,
it's okay.
It's your show right now.
I don't mind, but I'm gonna
Go.
First ever smoke break
Yeah,
in the middle
whatever.
of fight.
Really? Yeah, you're first guy. Yeah. It's okay.
That's all right.
What a prick.
That's all right, man. Go ahead.
Leave your booze here, though. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
The booze is fine.
But
Go ahead. We'll keep talking.
yeah, it's okay. Actually, this is the best.
That's
Go,
all right,
man.
man.
Fuck, go, man. This is the Wild West, bro. There's no structure.
I love it.
I like this.
There's always a first for everything.
That's the best.
Pee
'cause-
breaks and smoke breaks.
This is fun. So what I was saying, what were we just talking about?
The MMA stuff.
Yeah. How it's very similar to.
And you were going to talk about. I imagine you were going to talk about when you did the commentating.
Yeah. No. I was not.
No,
that.
not that one.
No.
Okay, so not to toot your own horn, but
So at my sister's wedding,
Okay.
I did a speech.
Okay.
And I had a speech in my head. And then me and my cousin were going to do it. But what I did is I'm just a natural performer. Like,
Yeah.
not natural, but like I like to entertain.
right.
I may not be good at it, but I like to entertain.
Sure. You
So
you try hard. That's all that matters.
It. Not
Yeah.
even try hard. It's just who I am as a
Right.
human.
Yep.
I don't have to try. It's
Right.
who I am.
Yeah.
So what I did is I grabbed the mic. I fucking blacked out. I didn't black out memory, not from alcohol, but I did a stand-up comedy routine. I don't remember much of it.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
But I was in my element. I felt no nerves. It was euphoric.
Okay.
It was about 5 minutes long, and I put the mic back. Don't remember what I said
Right.
because my adrenaline was pumping.
Do you have it on video or anything?
No,
No one has
Every
it.
single person at that wedding to this day talks about that speech.
Really.
Yeah, not even kidding. Everybody and anybody that's seeing this podcast, you can actually attest to it. Please phone me. It's actually surprising that's what made me realize that I had something.
Right.
That if I could entertain the people being
At the
natural-
wedding?
yeah, man, it was really fun.
So were you doing like the Snapchat characters and things like that at that time, or did that come after?
This is 5 years ago.
5 years ago. So Snapchat didn't even exist 5 years ago.
No,
right?
I grabbed the microphone. I told a story with my sister, and it was structured, and I had it written from an
Right.
intro to the joke.
Yeah.
and then it went perfectly. It was
Really?
a real story that I designed for myself in my head.
And
no
then you
writing down.
decided that you wanted to start trying to entertain people.
No, I always was an entertainer. I was always an
Right.
entertainer, but
so
it's
it was just who you are.
it's who I am. But now that I feel like, well, what the fuck? For me to go into structured elements and to try to be something I'm not, I'll never be successful at that.
Right.
Why? Why would I try to do something I'm not successful at? It's
It's
who
not
I am.
you. Sure.
So then why don't I just take the best skill I have and be successful at that, regardless if it's in containment or not? I might as well take the best skill I have and then just try to be successful at that.
Right. But have you ever tried to even make any money with comedy? Like you haven't
Not
done
yet.
Yeah, but you want to.
Eventually.
Okay.
Eventually. And
What's
that's why-
holding you back though? Like you
just
obviously know what you want to do.
Timing. Timing is everything. And then I want to get my name out there. My Snapchats are funny. I think I'm told they're hilarious. You don't
Yeah.
have a Snapchat yet. We're setting you up with it.
Yeah.
But
I do have it. I just don't know
to
how
this
to use
point,
it.
and that's why I said not tooting my own horn. I go downtown, and I had people that stop me that I don't even know that have me on their Snapchat.
Right.
I don't even know them. And they're
Right.
like, yeah, man, your Snapchats are hilarious. I'm like, thank you, man.
Right.
As long as I make you happy, or as long as if I take 30 seconds of my time
Yep.
to just do something funny, it makes you happy. I'm happy. I like that. That's the attention I want. I want the attention of being known as someone that makes people happy.
Yep.
You know, if I can't give back in the way you're giving back by your experiences, I'll give back in the way by make people happy.
Sure.
And-
Yeah,
and
no,
make it-
I think that there's definitely a place for comedy.
Absolutely.
For sure. And it's he's still
I love
that.
that.
Out there.
So he's new because he was talking. So we were at Jack Astor. And we had a me and him had one beer at Jack Astor's.
Yeah, which means 4.
No,
I'm just kidding. I'm totally
actually,
kidding.
I would 100%. It was just one.
I
beer.
believe you.
And then fuck you. And then he was nervous. He's like radio, but he doesn't recognize that this is not very. It's not radio. He
It's
thinks
loose.
fun, yeah.
This is the loosest it's ever been.
But
it's
that's
the
not a bad thing.
Yeah, I don't. It's fine. I don't care.
I like this.
For sure.
I like it. It's fun. We went on for an hour now.
Yeah, it's all right.
Fuck it.
So what's in the deck for you this week, buddy?
My deck this week?
Yeah, might as well talk about what you got going on.
I'm slowly moving to this place.
Yeah.
That's on the deck for this week.
I'm
working quite a bit. And then
where are you working now? You haven't even shared that with anyone.
I'm financing vehicles at 5-star.
5-star.
Yeah,
right.
So you have bad credit, come to me, I'll help you out.
Yeah, so you just started there when? Like a week ago? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. 2 weeks ago. I like it. I just wanted to stay in the industry because I love helping people. And it was a way for me to pay the bills. Finance experience. Not even that.
Yeah.
Gain finance experience.
What do you mean finance experience?
So when you buy a car from somebody, typically you're going to buy the car.
Are you like a finance guy too? Like you do the financing side of it as well?
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't sell cars really. I do, but I don't. Like if I was to work at Finch or I was working at say any of the dealership, Kia, for instance, I would sell the car and then pass them off to the finance guy.
Right.
I don't do anything. I'm the finance guy now.
Right. So you don't have to, but you used to do that, right? Like you used to pass off to the finance?
Yeah.
And now you do the finance?
Yes.
That's cool, man.
So now
that's like a promotion in a way, right?
Typically, yeah.
Kinda, yeah. Typically,
well, I have a relationship with the banks now,
right?
Where I can get someone approved. So if someone has bad credit, 21% credit, high interest rate. I'm able to get them down, right? And then get them a vehicle for a year or 2 years, and then cut their interest rate down and help them build their credit.
Well, if you're interested in that, I mean, there is an alternative to real estate. Like there's mortgage brokers, right?
Absolutely, exactly.
So if you like that, I mean, if you ever wanted to do the car industry, if that's something you enjoy,
it's something we talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's easier to get.
It's on the phone. Ryan, you're doing a podcast. Get off the phone.
You ready, buddy?
He's the most unorthodox.
Good for you. Good for you.
No, I gotta pee.
I just got a call from one of my favorite people in the whole wide world.
Who's that?
Josh Torrance.
Yeah.
What does he do?
Yeah, Josh Torrance was the bass player of Them Dang Rattlers.
Okay.
My old band and my lifelong friend.
Yep.
One of the most talented guys I've ever met my whole entire life.
Right.
He headed up a metal band from London. It's called Baptized in Blood. He was the writer of that band. He's brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant guy.
Did you ever write anything with him?
Wrote a lot together.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, wrote a lot together.
Yeah. So let's go back in time again. I know we keep trying to. Let's get back there. Let's talk about. So what's the name of your previous band? And is this the band that you went to Boots and Hearts with?
Yeah, Them Dang Rattlers.
Them Dang Rattlers, right?
That was my first stab at country music.
First stab
at it. Whoop.
That's okay.
Burpees.
You're not grumbling like my stomach is, so you're good.
We're fine. We gotta eat.
Yeah, that's right. So you did your first. That's when you did Boots and Hearts, was with Them Dang Rattlers.
Yep.
And what's happening now? What are you up to now?
Now I've stopped performing.
You're only writing now.
I'm only writing now.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
That's always been the dream.
Yeah.
It's always been something that I've appreciated writing so much. And,
yeah.
You know, it's one thing to be a writer, and then it's one thing to be a performer.
Right.
If you're lucky enough to do both, then you're having a great time.
Right.
You're having a ball. But there's many differences between the both.
Right.
You know, when you're performing, and I think that I struggle with that huge, where it was I'm writing songs and I'm performing, and there's a disconnect there. There's a disconnect between the people and the fans that watch you play a live show versus if they even have a clue where that song came from.
Right.
And that was a big thing for me. I always just wanted, that was the lifelong goal.
Right.
The lifelong goal was to just be a writer and be appreciated for that.
Sure. Sure. And be behind the scenes.
Be behind the scenes, you know? Anybody that knows me personally knows that I love getting on stage.
Yeah.
And
doing your thing.
Strutting the stuff and, you know, playing live and entertaining people has always been huge deal to my heart. Like, you know, there's nothing better than going out on Boots and Hearts or even more trackside here in London.
What's bigger?
And
Boots and Hearts, right?
Boots and Hearts is way bigger, but trackside is...
It's local. It's fun.
It's local. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's getting bigger and bigger every year that they do it, which is amazing.
Yep.
But, you know, having that thing where you're on stage and seeing someone from your high school literally in the front second row.
That's awesome.
Jamming out to your
that
tunes.
must be really cool.
And even being so surprised that they didn't even know that you were in that band.
Right.
Right? They just knew. They saw their ticket and they saw,
the band name.
Florida Georgia Line, and then Florida Georgia Line on the same day. Cole
You opened for them?
Swindell. Yeah.
I didn't know
That's
that.
cool.
Oh, dude,
That's fucking cool. I didn't know
the
that.
first year at Trackside, this is for me personally an amazing little thing.
Right.
Here, was we were opening up for Chris Lane, Cole Swindell, and Florida Georgia Line. They're all on the same day, Trackside.
Yeah.
Last year on the Saturday, and we got the push. We got the email to say, "Hey, listen, you guys are doing Saturday at Trackside."
Wow,
Right.
that's the big day.
That's the big day as a local performer.
That's pretty
and
cool.
It was very cool. And
It's really cool.
the first day, they just had a normal stage.
Yeah.
But second day, Saturday, Florida Georgia Line rolls in.
Yeah.
And their crew rolls in. And all of a sudden, the stage has got a motherfucking catwalk.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And we get the manager, Florida Georgia Line's manager, and Trackside big man, literally having a little powwow before we go on, telling you can't. Okay, listen, Florida Georgia Line is going to give you their catwalk. It's there. Physically, it's there.
Right.
You can use it
That's
if
pretty
you
cool.
want.
Right.
But you can't use it too often. You got to use it effectively.
Really?
And we're all, yeah.
So you
yeah.
had
I get
rules
that.
about
Oh,
it.
we had
Yeah.
major rules about the
their toy.
goddamn catwalk.
It's their toy,
That's
yeah.
their bread and butter.
Does that
right?
does that happen a lot?
Happens
all the time.
every time.
Every
Oh,
concert.
cool. I
So
didn't know that.
yeah. So you're legit.
I love this shit.
Yeah.
I love
So,
learning about this shit.
so your boy is like legit pep talking us. Okay, we know you're front Saturday.
Yeah.
It's your hometown.
Calm it down, boys.
Trackside, baby. Chill out.
Yeah.
It ain't a big deal.
That's really
yes,
cool.
yes. Use the catwalk
Yeah.
effectively. And we're like, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
But did he
The
explain
fur-
what effectively meant?
Yeah, it meant like,
Don't
when you
go
have
certain
you have a
songs.
big solo in a song,
Right.
let your guitar player go out there and do
Right.
his thing and really shove it down people's throats.
That's
right?
cool. That's cool, though. I love
You
that.
know, and I got my a good friend of mine is Taz from the morning show,
yeah.
FM96.
Chris,
Chris
yeah.
George.
Chris,
He's a brilliant guy. He's
Great
always
guy.
been one of my best friends.
Yeah,
And,
he's awesome.
you know, and I taken some advice from him. I mean, minimal advice.
This is going on tomorrow's FM96.
Oh, I hope so. But you're excited. You're not Florida Georgia Line. You're not Cole Swindell. You're not
Right.
anybody. You're
Yeah.
just you're London's hometown band.
Yeah.
Have
And
fun.
we're the only local band that's ever gotten to main stage at that.
That's
That's
awesome.
such a cool
And that was
thing,
such
man.
an amazing thing for us. And having my dad and my sister, and
That's so cool.
and people watching that is like legit. And I folded. I did. I folded. I was backstage. I've never done this in my whole life.
Ooh, where are we going?
And I had a huge puke in a porta potty.
Okay.
They don't give you nice washrooms backstage at Trackside, by the way.
Right.
Should not-
For
That's
anybody
already
that's
there.
listening, it ain't so cool at all.
Yeah.
And I dry heaved for 15, 20 minutes.
Wow.
I had
But no
a
one knows that. That's cool.
No one knows that. I had a stage crew come out. I've never done that before, but once I got on that stage and I could literally see my father taking pictures on his Galaxy cell phone.
Wow.
Wow, he
Big
barely
deal.
knows how to run.
Yeah, but he was doing it
But
for you.
he was doing it, and
Yeah,
it was like
big
that was
deal.
the coolest thing in the world to me.
That's awesome.
That's really cool.
that
That's
was
a good story.
the
Yeah.
coolest thing in the world to me.
That's awesome. That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
So, what's the future for you, dude? What's the future look like? All writing?
All writing, man.
No.
All writing.
You're not going to come out of this stage retirement, you don't think?
I
You're not going to get the itch?
I think I'm gonna get the itch real fast. I'm gonna
Well,
get the
that
itch
story
real fast.
pulled me in.
Hey, we just talked
Yeah,
about a
man.
cover, too. We just talked about doing a cover.
Yeah, we're doing a cover
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. You two are?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm dead serious.
I didn't have he sent me a video of a song brilliant song. And,
Yeah.
and
It's called "Down in Mexico" by the Coasters.
but
from the 50s.
Coasters. It's a 50s song. It's a really good song.
Yeah.
And he sent it to me, and you know what? I was like, "Holy shit! I gotta learn this. We gotta play this for
It's
the
fucking
podcast.
good.
This is
We'll show you
crazy."
after.
Gay.
Yeah.
And I
want it for an
I had,
intro.
and I lent my only guitar. I have one guitar, and I lent it to my father.
Yeah.
So he's still playing some gigs, and Ferris sent me a song, and I couldn't learn it because I had no guitar.
Oh, right.
But I know exactly. I actually know what
What
chords. I know what to do with it. Yeah,
That's
it'll be a lot
cool.
of fun.
I will do this
That's
later.
cool.
We'll do
But
this on another
next? Like,
podcast.
so you're writing right now, and what's your next step? Like, what's your next goal?
I'm writing like crazy right now.
What's your
We
next
got. Well, right now I'm involved with a new band called Kentucky Rails.
Right on.
They're a killer band from Toronto, made up of some hired musicians, some
Yeah.
hired guns. These guys are like legit amazing.
Right on.
So one of the
Shot
guys, Justin DeGraff, he is one of the most incredible musicians I've ever met in my whole entire life.
Right.
And I'm lucky enough to be his friend.
Right.
And yeah, he just got done touring Europe. He's coming home, and his main objective is to make this project the biggest it can be.
Right.
Good. That's awesome.
And
You picked the right guy.
I think he did.
I think he did.
Yeah.
I think he
I
did too.
really think he did.
he
I
did.
think
Yeah.
I think me and him are gonna do really great
That's cool.
things
I'm
together.
excited for you, man.
Yeah.
What about
for
Cuba?
sure.
You mentioned that you may be taking off for a bit.
I am. I'm moving to Havana for 3 months.
Okay, when's this happening?
This is happening January 2018.
Nice.
I'm going to visit him. I swear to God.
Yeah, of course.
Because London I just showed
It's
him
an
right
open
now.
door. London, Ontario.
I just showed him this on the way
Flies
here.
to Cuba.
They just announced that today.
Yeah.
Straight
So I'm
flight.
gonna go to
Straight
Cuba.
flight.
So you want to do a podcast in Cuba, Sean?
Potentially, we'll see.
Fucking right.
We'll see.
Yeah. Well, if he's,
Come
if
to
he's still
my
there.
What are
come
you
to
doing?
my villa.
What are you doing there?
I'm gonna go. Again, my favorite. What do you do there? I'm gonna drink.
He goes, I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna go.
Party.
Okay, fuck it. Yeah, whatever.
Party.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna
Whatever
go.
he needs to do to write, because the most fucked up writers, the best writers in the world, got the most fucked up.
The most fucked up writers in the world
Straight
get
up.
the most fucked up.
Okay, Billy Joel, John Lennon, Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with
Yeah,
you.
no, I'm saying, no, I'm not arguing with you.
No,
I'm
it's
saying,
about
like,
the music, man.
Yeah.
My whole life I've
fucking weird is
watched.
that?
I've
That's
watched.
wild.
I've
Yeah.
watched Cuba. I've watched the music.
It's a
that's
country,
come
not
out
a
of
show,
there.
by the way.
Watch Cuba. All right.
Good. He's the best.
Awesome. So, any advice for any up and coming musicians, man, to make it to where you've made it?
I haven't made it anywhere yet.
I know, but you're still up and
Or
coming,
us.
man, and absolutely.
I am,
yeah.
You've done some pretty incredible things.
We're
and
lucky to have you on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
We appreciate
Absolutely.
your time. For
I
sure.
appreciate.
We love
that,
having
man.
you. First guy to start the pee breaks and the smoke breaks.
Yeah, yeah. I know.
I was
What
a kid
a
at pee
prick.
breaks. I
eh?
wasn't ready for smoke breaks.
I'm a prick. I'm a
'Cause,
prick.
a lot of podcasts, people do go for pee breaks. and
That's
I was,
fine.
I was going to come eventually.
Yeah.
But smoke break, I didn't see
Yeah,
it.
well, a pee break.
Pee break can happen. It's a lot, especially if you've had some drinks, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
and then the smoke break. I'm like, fuck. I wish I could just. It's too nice a place to let
No,
you.
you're
I
absolutely.
I know.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I asked him. I asked him.
We'll get a real studio one day where you can smoke whatever
Smoke
the fuck
darts,
you
You know
want.
what? I don't think that we're far away, though.
Yeah, if you want to do well,
Yeah, we're far away.
I think
Yeah.
you're close.
have
I
a
don't
little
think we're
dose.
that far away.
No, I think you're fine.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Well, I wish you all the best in your.
We wish you.
We wish you all the best. We wish you all the best in your future success. And
very
man, I didn't know about the anxiety with you, dude. Like, before we go, I just want to ask.
yeah.
Are you gonna try to?
Let's get into it if you want.
Are you,
Please,
are you
yeah,
okay with
let's
that?
Dive into it.
Okay, so
Let's do it.
the
Dive in.
anxiety and going to the bars. I mean, have you ever thought about seeing someone for the anxiety?
I do see someone.
You do see
don't
someone.
release the name. That's
I
obviously-
do. Well, I won't tell you who.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's okay.
How is it helping you?
And is it helping you?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. I've done it for a while.
So, like a psychologist, psychiatrist, therapist.
Because Ryan, that's a fucking strong drink. So,
Well, that's
I was gonna say an addiction therapist.
I was calling you out. Man.
No.
Sorry, I'll match you. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No problem there.
But is it working? Is
It is, yeah, man. It is. It really is. It's something I've struggled with since I was younger.
Yeah.
What's younger?
Anxiety's big here on this.
Since
podcast.
you've been
Man, no. Since I most likely, I think the first time I felt it was legit, probably grade 9 high school.
Yeah,
So
that's
when
a tough
we
time.
started music.
It's a big step.
Huge step, dude.
Yeah.
And like.
High school's a big monster when you're
It's
that
a big
age.
step. You're
Scary
young.
monster.
You're
Yeah.
a small fish in a big pond,
Yeah.
and like, everybody's trying to make their way. That's a tough
It is.
spot to be in
Yeah.
life. I think everybody can agree with that. That is
Yeah.
high
I
school
I
is
agree with you for sure.
high school is the where you get judged
Yeah.
the most.
Oh, absolutely.
I got picked on.
You get judged.
Oh, so did I. Think
You get judged so much, and there's so many great people out there that have literally lost their shit because of that.
Yeah,
And-
absolutely, man. Look at the TV show 13 Reasons Why that came out
Oh
because
my
of all the fucking
God,
shit that goes on,
man.
right?
That's
Listen,
a heartbreaking show.
Yeah,
dude,
I don't agree with it though.
You
I
don't
won't
agree with it?
I won't watch it.
I don't agree.
You
with
won't watch it.
I won't watch it because I'm scared of it.
I think you
Yeah,
should.
I think
you should.
it touches it presses buttons for. It brought me back to high school for sure. So it pushes buttons.
I think
indeed.
everybody.
don't-
I think if you're a bully, that show will press buttons.
But you know what?
Yeah,
I don't agree with?
absolutely.
If you
It'd
haven't
be like,
watched
fuck.
it, if you there's one thing I don't agree with the show, and I'll tell you this. One thing I don't agree with the show, and I'm going to say this very blatantly, is that she was waiting for people to fail rather than picking. So, did you watch the show?
Yeah, I watched it all from
remember,
start to
remember when
finish.
she asked the guidance counselor to help her, and she walked out the door waiting for him to help her?
Yeah.
When she knew
Yeah.
she was waiting for someone to fuck up to make her decision.
Well, I think that.
She punished people. She used her decision to punish other people.
But when you're suicidal, I don't think you're thinking straight. I
But
think that
it's evil towards
yeah.
yourself, not others.
Well, I think unfortunately a lot of people are looking
I don't
for
know.
a
This is
reason
my-
to
my
feel the
opinion.
validation. Yeah.
I'm ready to learn otherwise.
Yeah,
But
I
this is
think
my
a lot of
opinion.
people would understand. They'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah, well, why didn't she seek help? But anyway, yeah,
Thank you, Ryan.
they're comparing
True
drinks
musician in
here.
his form.
But anyway, we don't have to get into 13 Reasons Why. We could talk about
We will
that
another
later.
day,
Another
for sure,
day,
for sure.
But so tell me about the therapy. Like, what are you guys
Yeah.
working on together?
Oh man, we're working on things like, when do you think you're ready to blossom? When do you think you're ready to
Be who you want
to
be.
make the switch between letting other people decide how to define you versus when you're ready to decide to define yourself?
Right. So
You know,
basically,
like
yeah.
just inner strength.
Yeah.
Legit inner strength, and that happens with time.
Yeah.
I guess.
patience, time.
Patience
sure.
and time.
Yeah.
I've had a big problem with I've never been good enough. This is not stemming from my family at all because they've been very loving and supportive. But
Right.
being good enough to be accepted in the music biz, being good enough to let other artists let me write songs for them.
Right.
You know,
Big
that's
deal.
a
Yeah.
huge thing for people. Like,
It's a lot of pressure.
you know,
too.
that's their careers.
Yeah.
That's huge pressure, dude.
Yeah.
And that's always something I've struggled with. If I don't write another song, this band doesn't have another song.
Right.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So if you have a problem dealing with pressure, but you keep putting yourself in situations that other people don't have the ability to, for pressure, what's recurring? Like what's your salvation? Because you have the opportunity that most people don't, but you have to deal with higher pressure than most people don't. But you don't deal with pressure better than most people.
What?
If you're confused by that, I don't understand. I love this. You know what I'm saying? You get it.
Kinda.
You have the position. No, I don't know what you're confused about. You have a unique position to deal with pressure higher than most people.
A unique position to deal with pressure higher than most people. Do you mean like the pressure that's going to be placed on him is more
As a
so
writer,
than,
yes, he has.
Yeah.
He puts himself in a position from other artists as a writer.
Yeah,
he's
when
always
I-
pressured.
yeah.
but he is. If he deals with pressure in a terrible way, but he's constantly always putting himself in position of pressure because he's writing new songs all the
It's an
time.
addiction, man.
Yeah.
So he's conditioned. He's constantly putting himself under new pressure, more so than most people. But he deals with
Yeah.
it not as good as most people.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. So yeah, you're putting yourself in uncomfortable situations
More than
regularly
most.
because you're passionate about it.
Yes.
Yes.
but also most people
don't have the opportunity.
I don't know if you don't, if you're saying like you don't deal with it as well. I think that your pressure is just it's a larger pressure from these bigger bands.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But people don't have the opportunity more of the time. Like most people don't have the opportunity to have other people relying on them to be successful.
Yeah. That's tough one. That's super tough,
That's what
dude.
I mean.
Like, people have their careers and they built themselves up.
So do you turn to booze? Like, does that create anxiety? Like just putting yourself under that pressure, or is it strictly social when you go to the bars?
I think it's strictly social, dude.
It's strictly social.
Yeah, it is. It's like I have this thing, and maybe people can relate. Maybe they can't.
Of course they can.
When I go to bars, if I'm not at that perfect level for Ryan Lynch,
right? At least to walk in the door,
personal level to even walk in the door.
I love that.
Perfect.
I love that.
Perfect spot for Ryan Lynch. Then I am fucking losing my mind.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah,
I get the same way sometimes.
And I can mask it. I'm a master of masking that out. Like where you meet people. They're all over the place, and you're in this bar, and you're having a good time, and everything's fucking super la-di-da. It's fun, and oh, you write music. Oh, you do this. It's a blast. But I'm scared shitless, dude.
Right.
If I'm not at that perfect,
never
if I'm not at that perfect buzz and that perfect little situation for myself, then I start fucking freaking out.
Really?
Yeah. So you know what I do when I freak out?
What?
Drink.
I drink more.
Yeah.
There
sure.
you go. Yeah.
And you know what that does?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You're right.
It does nothing.
Yeah.
You know what that does? The people that are looking at me to talk to me and do this is like, he's actually a big fucking idiot.
Well.
And he's
happens to all
got
of us,
no
buddy.
idea what he's talking about. He's just a lucky piece of shit that.
Do you think people say that about you?
I would never thought that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought
I
that.
do,
either.
yeah.
I would never thought that.
No.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice of you too. But
Yeah.
No, not being honest. This podcast is about being honest.
Yeah.
We're not saying things to make you happy.
No.
And I have an honest question for both of you.
Please.
So what makes you guys feel like you have to go to the bar? If it's so, like, if you need to be drunk before you go, why go?
Well, for me, it's boredom in this city sometimes.
Boredom, yeah.
Boredom in the city, and I can't go to a bar. I like to socialize, regardless if it's for. There's no purpose of it.
being social, yeah.
But
Yeah.
I can't go to a bar because I have ADHD. So
Right.
when I go to a bar sober, I'm anxious. So people notice me. I'm not when you're talking to me, if I'm sober,
Because there's all the people, so you're kind of like this.
I'm not paying attention to you.
Right.
Yeah.
And I want to, and I'm offending you, but I want to pay attention to you. I really do.
It does.
But
Yeah.
I can't.
No,
I
I
can't
get
pay attention to you, and I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm not trying to be negligent. I'm not trying to be rude. But if my anxiety and my anxious behavior in that situation precedes my want
Right.
to listen to your story,
That's
fuck you.
That's
Right.
straight up.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Because I need to be comfortable before I need to listen to you.
Right.
And
And-
so I'll be looking around. But if I get a couple drinks in me, I'm loose.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you.
Yeah.
I'll give you the
Chill.
time of day.
Sure.
I don't care who's behind me. I don't care who's over there.
Right.
I can focus on you. So the fact of the matter is, I have to find that perfect balance.
Yeah.
Now, do I drink all the time? No. You
No.
know that.
Yeah.
However, when I do drink, it's there's a method to my madness, and what that means is that I find the perfect amount of buzz between drunk where I can listen to you, and you enjoy my company. He gets it. You
I think
enjoy
a
my
lot
company,
of people in the city get
but
it.
it's not about me. It's
Or
not about,
in life.
but it's not about you enjoying my company. It's also me enjoying your company.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Because if you're pressuring me with questions and I'm thinking about this, I don't want to feel like an asshole.
And not answer the questions.
Oh yeah.
I want to
Right.
have the perfect balance between you're not being an asshole and I'm not being an asshole. And we can
You
have
want
fun.
harmony.
And we have fun.
You want harmony, and alcohol seems
assholes
to unite.
and
Yeah.
assholes in harmony.
But that's,
Sure.
that's
Now
the way it
that's
is.
the new
Yeah.
that's
It really
the new
is.
AA.
Yeah.
I think that's might be the new AA for guys.
But I don't do it often. But the reason why I go to the
2017.
bar to put myself in the situation is because, let's be honest, we live in London. You either know everybody or you don't know anybody.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know, man. I obviously I was the exact same as
Yeah.
both of you until a few years ago, and
We
you
have
have to
different.
just
We have different lives, though.
So you got
yeah,
sober.
we
yeah.
definitely do have different lives, but you just have to be more creative about how you meet with people like this, right? But I
Absolutely.
understand that.
I enjoy this.
Yeah.
But here's the weird thing: I'm in the middle.
What do you mean?
I don't go. I don't go out, and I'm not. I don't know. I don't go out that much. I do, but I do. I don't.
It's one or the other.
What?
No, but I also have the ability to do this as well.
Sure.
I've been doing this for years.
Yep.
This is my originally when I did the Captain podcast, it was my creative intuition that allowed me to do this.
It's your outlet.
It was my outlet for me to have a conversation with people and not be at the bar with them.
Yeah. Fair enough.
While I was going to the bar.
Well, you're going. Well, I agree with you. I think that you picked up some of your guests probably from going out to the bar, right?
The majority of my guests I never met at the bar.
Really?
The majority of my guests were business owners that never ever even
that you just approached.
That I approached because I want to tell their story.
Right. So you really don't even need the bar.
I don't.
No. You can still use that same everything that you used to create the podcast.
But I enjoy the bar because
there we go.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
No. That's exactly.
But I enjoy the bar because I'm a human being.
I think that's exactly what we're all trying to say.
I don't need the bar at all.
I'm a human being. I don't enjoy it anymore.
No, I do. But also You had a hard time with your extremes.
I had a hard time with anxiety and I self-medicated.
I don't.
Yeah.
But I dealt with the anxiety and I can go to the bar now and not drink, no problem.
And have a
I
good
don't
time.
enjoy it.
So can I.
But
so
you just don't.
I don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
But I'm also not going to get the drunk to the extreme.
It's not the same.
Where I keep pushing myself.
Yeah.
I won't do that. So I have a weird balance. Do I go out too much? I don't think so. But when I do, I go hard.
That sounds a lot like me when I was going out.
Sounds exactly like me.
Yeah.
It does, yeah.
Which is fine. And I'm not saying to each their own, right? But explore.
I'm not defending myself at any means. I'm very aware of my surroundings. I'm very aware of what I do. I'm very open, very honest. Sometimes but I just don't think that I have a. My problem is not. What kind of word is the
stop switch?
That's,
no,
yeah. If
I focus on something, I don't need to go out at all. I just I need to be social. This gives me, and that's why me moving here was a great way.
That's what I could never figure out about myself. I've always been such a social person, but if I don't have that perfect buzz when I go out, I am completely non-social.
Really? So
completely.
What happens? You just kind of sit there.
Shut down. You shut down.
I shut her down.
Yeah.
I shut her down. I'll talk to my buddies for a second. I'll go out for a smoke, but I am in no way, shape, or form
to enjoy it.
Ready to go to Joe Cool's and light it up with the boys.
Yeah, that's a
You know
tough
what I mean?
situation,
That
though,
is.
dude. Because if you go to a packed bar where you're shoulder to shoulder,
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do it if I'm sober or drunk.
well, you with ADHD, especially, man, in a packed in a crowded space.
I'm not a
when
small
there's-
guy. I don't want anybody touching
everybody's.
me.
I know. I don't like that
I
either.
don't want anybody touching me.
But
No one touch me. And it's not like I'm being rude. Sorry, I'm not being rude or being antisocial. But if I'm in a packed place, drunk or sober, I don't like fucking people being in my space.
yeah, no, I don't either.
I'm defensive. I'll push people out of my way.
Oh,
Right.
you really? Yeah.
If I used to work at the mall for a long time.
Yeah.
So I worked at the Source. We're in college, and at Boxing Day, walking to work, I would literally freak the fuck out because I don't want people. Because dude, this is Canada. I don't want people. This isn't Japan where you're forced to. No, I'm not being rude.
It's not, no. It's not being rude. It's
This
a
is
fact.
a fact. When you're in
China,
Japan,
I think, is overly populated.
Yeah, but you're Japan, Tokyo, or even China. You're face to face
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
I can't do that. But when I'm in the mall,
I've never been to Asia.
no, but I've seen it. Have you ever seen anybody get on a train on Asia for work?
Yeah, have you seen the the pushers?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
they have
fu-
subway
that-
pushers.
There's
That's wild.
There's a job
Yeah.
that exists because
so they can cram
manage
everyone in.
people.
Oh my
Yeah, the
god! Talk
pushers.
about how would that treat your
Oh
anxiety?
What
my
I'm saying
God,
is-
I'd
I'm not
lose
saying
my
racist,
mind.
everyone knows them, but
I'd lose
yeah,
my mind.
I can't be. Like, I was at Dead Mouse concert 2010 Canada.
Yeah.
I can't be side by side because I'll freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
I'm not a small guy.
Yeah.
And I can do some damage when I freak the fuck out, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So I freak the fuck out. So there's a lot of people around me. I'll push people just for me to be sane.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck about them.
Yeah.
I need to just.
It's
be
nice.
sane. No, I'm a Viking, man.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's a Viking.
You would do the same. You're a big dude. You do the same if you were freaking the fuck out.
I think I don't think I put. Well, maybe I do. I don't know.
Your drink.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, fair enough.
Well, guys, I think that's probably a good spot to wrap up.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, you guys, we could keep drinking all night. I mean, obviously.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, but let's end on a final word, man. A final word for inspiration from Ryan Lynch.
Young musicians. What would you tell a young musician that you've learned?
Keep her going, boys. Don't
Give
let
up.
any outside influence your writing, and just write what you want to write,
Hit the mic.
but also punch the mic whenever you can, and just legit write music for yourself. Write music for people that you respect, and be true to what you think. There's nobody else that's gonna do it for you.
That's true.
So you're going to be a cashier at Walmart, or you're going to be a
Surprisingly
songwriter.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to be a songwriter, then enjoy life, Meet as many people as you can, no matter what, no matter how put off you are by them, or you'll always learn something from somebody.
It's my tattoo. My
There you
ribs.
go.
And
Breathe
that's
in, breathe you
it.
in.
You'll always learn something from
played.
somebody. It doesn't matter if they're a banker, a lawyer, a songwriter. Just enjoy yourself and take it all in.
Attaboy.
That's all I can say.
Good for you, man, and congrats on your success. Yeah, you want to share? There we go.
I do want to shake your hand. Yeah,
yeah,
right
no,
before.
no.
I want to shake your hand before we end this.
No,
I do.
Ryan,
I
ladies,
appreciate.
Ryan, high five.
I appreciate.
For
I
Christ's
appreciate you
sake.
boys the most. I appreciate you a lot. And
Yeah, I
you know
appreciate
what?
you too, buddy.
It was a pleasure meeting you 2 years ago, and I hope we continue this friendship a long time.
Absolutely, man. And
Glad you had fun.
And I'm glad that we got to party hard before I, hung
Yeah.
up the dancing shoes, I guess we'll call
Oh,
them.
you know what?
No,
Yeah.
your dancing shoes are still.
Oh,
being
they're on.
used shortly.
Yeah,
They're on,
they're gonna
baby.
be
No,
shortly.
he's on Celebrity
Dance.
Dancing.
Oh,
Yeah,
heck yeah.
Dancing with the Stars
I heard
locally.
Your dancing shoes are not
yeah.
being hung up yet, buddy.
It's going to be fun. Yeah,
I'll be
actually.
there. I'll be
yeah.
there.
Yeah, I hope you guys will both come.
I
It'll
will
be
be.
fun.
I'm going to be. I'm
There's
filming.
no
it. Interviewing you.
doubt. I'm
Awesome.
coming for you.
All right.
But it is. It
All
is. Honestly, for everybody listening out there, Sean's he's a good guy to follow.
Thanks, buddy.
He's come full
Hey,
circle on
thank
your
you.
asses in
Sean,
the
you-
last year.
Thanks,
It's
buddy.
amazing.
I appreciate that.
He's
I really
motivated
do.
me. He's
Absolutely.
motivated me to be the
No.
direction I am.
It's a pleasure for me to sit around in your house and shoot the shit with you, man.
Man,
Honest
it's
to
a
God.
pleasure having you, and we'll have
Yeah.
you back again and get an update. And
I hope so. Drop us up.
obviously, we'll see you again. You're going to be living right
live
downstairs. So,
downstairs.
yeah. So let's continue this off the air, wrap it up.
This
and,
is part one.
Part one.
Part one
Yeah,
of Ryan Lynch.
Sure.
Part one.
More may come.
Part one,
Part one, buddy.
Ryan
Now
Lynch.
that we've got your feet wet, you know what to expect. All right,
I
brother.
do.
Thank you.
We're outta here.
And then we'll get an update on the talks and see how the anxiety's doing, man. 'cause
I would
that's
love
a big
that.
part
Yeah,
of this
it's
as
huge.
well.
Working project.
All right, brother. I
No
appreciate
doubt.
that, and thank you for being so honest.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. We're going to wrap it up now. Say goodbye to Brandon, say goodbye to Ryan, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.